Good day, everybody. Good day, good day, good day. Coming in, setting stuff up, and let TikTok know that this is Wednesday and it is good news. And our topic today is pertaining to breathing. We bringing Sister Ayo back tonight, and I'm attempt to bring her on a different phone from a different network. Um, we try to do what we can do with what we have. So she has some technical difficulties. So that way, she's gonna come. I'm gonna bring her on around about 7:30 because she doing some stuff. So she can address y'all questions. If you have any questions, stay tuned. And whole your question is about breathing. So she is a master at what she does. And when she was here, she helped a lot of people that was listening. And I used the method that she showed um, on that night the next day when I went to ER, so that was a blessing for me, for the CAT scan. You know how to have you to hold your breath and then you let it go, that kind of thing. And she showed us the correct way how to do that. And I was able to do that, and I got so relaxed I was going to sleep afterwards. It's because I needed some sleep. But anyway, so those that don't know, I have long haul COVID. I have over 20 something symptoms. And I came up with this concept, this project here for those who are shut in like myself and they can't hang out with groups in public anymore because they're autoimmune compromised along with some other difficulties of being bedridden, etc. So they can't go to concerts or go to schools that they saw. I'm bringing healthy arts, education, and entertainment. This is something that I used to do before I caught COVID in public and go to all these different events through the state of Maryland and also through local Prince George's County events. So they would call me. I didn't have to write proposals anymore. They got familiar with what I did to bring community together. And so this month was the first month for me to do it mobile, visual, on social media. And the first grant. So we're looking for more funding. Anybody that want to participate and support, my Cash App and all that is in my link bio so that we can continue this throughout the season. So I'm booking some people for next month and I'm looking for your support to keep it going. Keep it going. So, all right, it's 7 o'clock. Let me turn to my YouTube channel. It's Rachel Pope, the number 7. You go to the created playlist and you look for good news. Hold on one second. Okay, that was my girlfriend podcast. I can do it. Let's see, hold up. Let me get my thing started. Okay, so you go to the playlist and you go to good news stories. These are all, oh wait a minute, y'all can't see, I didn't even flip it over. I'm sorry. That was a distraction. It's okay. We got you. I'm supposed to flip and bring it up closer. All right, as I get, here we go. Here we go. These are all the previous shows that I did, boosting up good news, and then the program started here. All right, get ready to play this one. Good news, special guest, Ayo Handy-Kendi, the Breath Sekou. Okay? Please tap the screen to bring people in, because this is some very vital information people need to know. And please apologize for my face. That's when I broke out from gabapentin for trigeminal nerves. Okay, so let's turn the volume up. Playing video pertaining to, and start over. Please tap the screen for me. All right, everybody, it's 7 o'clock. Please excuse the swelling of my face, but I had an infection and trigeminal thing took place this week. So I'm getting ready to go straight to playing video pertaining to. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. And we're gonna be TikTok. This is my video. But first I want to play this for everyone, so you get to know more about her. I need somebody to respond. Then after this, she's gonna come on, and then you are to come in as you're waiting on me. I want you guys to start bringing in guests, tapping 3 times or whatever y'all do. Okay, hold on. Y'all see how big my face was? Bigger than that. I couldn't even talk. My lips were swollen. Bear with me. I can't take the Western medicine. I got to do things naturally. Make sure y'all can hear, and I'm going to turn this camera off of me. Y'all need to see my swollen cheeks. Okay, let me flip this camera around. All right, y'all. Let me bring it up a little closer. All right. Ready, set, go. Tap the screen if you don't mind. I appreciate it. Especially if you suffer from respiratory issues. Focus attention on your breathing. I want you to
breathe in and breathe out.
Get this way, Joanna.
Keep the balance between helping others and dipping so deep into my own well that my well was totally dry. I found myself, I was going to a workshop one raining. And in the workshop, I remember I screamed, I cried, I yelled. I didn't know who I was yelling at. I didn't know who I was screaming at. I had been holding my breath because my dad came into my room.
Tap the screen for me.
Well, I was able to resolve that through these trainings. I was able to release all of the stuff, pain and trauma and emotions. I was able to forgive husbands where there had been domestic violence and fighting and arguing and stress and trauma.
Thank you for sharing.
I was able also to stop drinking and stop drugging. And stand before you today drunk free. Stand today before you. After the workshop, I felt lighter and full of life and open and freer. And I decided to take the certification. And I got certified as a transformational breath facilitator. And then I started just sharing the breath with millions and millions and millions of more people on radio, TV, print. And I made it. That is universal. Everybody in the world does it. It's so simply laughter. Some people call it laughter yoga.
Keep sharing, everybody.
The world smiles with you, don't they?
Appreciate the share.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Help them to move forward. So breathe. Because with better breath, there's better life, and for better life, we are able to do more, and be more, and create more. And we spoke of another world as possible. And the way to see another world possible is simply to visualize it. And so now that you're in a hard space, I want you to see what you want to achieve in that new world. I want you to see it in your mind, because what you can see in your mind, you can create.
TikTok. Oh, now they talking about me being restricted. TikTok, I have the owner. That person you see is right here with me. So stop restricting me. I'll show proof in a second. Who restricted me?
We breathe. And when we laugh, we breathe. Because there's power in the breath. So breathe better to live better. Because everything that has life has breath. You must learn to meditate. You must learn to breathe. You must learn to just sit still. How the breath, how that you use it, you will reawaken even more of your power. It will be revealed to others so that they will change this world one breath at a time. Because there's power in your
Okay, this is it again. Let's bring the chair in front of the TV. TikTok, take that restriction off. The lady you see right before me is the one who gave me permission to use that video. Oh, good. So,
There's power in the breath, people.
okay, we are getting things going. Let me get the camera situated so y'all can see her whole brightness here. So y'all can see the full effect. This is Sister Ayo Handy-Kendi. And very dear friend of mine. And great mentor as well. She's always giving great advice and etc. So I want to make sure we got both social medias on you. She don't breathe so much. Where is that the sleep?
No,
You relax?
no, that's a different signal.
Oh.
That means I'm under oxygenated.
Uh-oh.
So I'm holding
Okay.
my breath properly.
Hi, Heather. Okay, so we have Desire on the other social media, and we got, I see Heather have made it because I was looking for her. All right, so welcome to Good News. You were my first live
Ah,
guest here,
okay.
and this is about healthy arts, education, and entertainment program and projects. And this is nothing new for Sister Ayo with me. She's always participate with me in the community. So, Sister Ayo, I want you to tell people, you introduce yourself to the people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, my name is Ayo, A-Y-O, spelled Ayo Handy-Kendi, K-E-N-D-I. And Ayo means joy. It is a name that comes out of the continent of Africa in the Yoruba language. And I adopted that name in 1972, maybe 73. I recognized that my purpose in life was to give joy and experience joy. And so therefore I decided to change my name. And I'm so excited about this being a good news show. So my sister Rachel and I have been affirming good news for an awful long time. I at one point had also a good news newspaper, and it was called Positive Energy. And that newspaper morphed into the company that I stand for still. That started maybe in 1981.
Wow.
Positive Energy newsletter.
This is cool.
But we started Positive Energy Works
Okay.
as a company in 2004. But the concept of positive energy revolved around a concept relative to wellness, thinking positively, acting positively, doing the things that would give us that mindset that would keep us, we say, charged up and going forward and not dwelling on what it is that we didn't want, but focusing on what we wanted.
Yes.
And so today, Positive Energy Works is my sole proprietorship, and its primary focus is the focus on transformative practices, breathology, laughter yoga, mindfulness and meditation, movement, positive thought, and action. Still in the realm of what creates this sense of positive energy, this ability to beyond all the various ways in which we could possibly hold ourselves back, if we are in harmony and in balance with 7, we say, principles of positive energy, then we have the foundations of health. And those 7 principles is essentially having a relationship with that which is higher than ourselves. Someone give thanks and praise and thanks right now for the ability to be here to speak to you. The other principle is breathology, breathing. Because the breath is the foundation of life, and without breath there is no life, and without the breath of life that's in everything. We say everything that has life has breath, and everything that breathes is of life. The third principle is we need to have water, the liquid breath. The liquid breath. And then we must move that breath, that oxygen, liquid as well as dense, as well as filtered from the air, we must move all of those elements of breathing and circulate it.
Yes.
So movement, essential.
Yeah.
Positive energy principle. And then you want to have good diet. You want to have an oxygenated diet.
Yeah.
Because that oxygenated diet consists of your fruits and our vegetables, our water drinking also, and being able to have the proper elimination, the digestion. So those principles, and the last one is to be able to sleep. Because if we don't have good sleep, then the brain doesn't recalibrate. Those 7 principles are the foundation from which I established my company, Positive Energy Works. Because when you do all of those things, your positive energy works for you.
You know what I just thought about too? This is the month that I always, September seemed to be the month of me detoxing.
Okay.
You remember? Every September, and I come and escape over your place.
Oh, okay.
It's September. So you mentioned that. Now you mentioned all those principles. Now it rings a bell. I said, yeah, she did do all that with me.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You know, the food and stuff, the air is natural over there. And the breathing technique that you showed me.
Yeah.
And then I finally took your class. And it helped me out tremendously. Even you called me when I was in ICU. And you coaching me over the phone how to breathe. You told I was under influence of all that stuff they injected in me. But you got me through that thing. And so, those that don't know my story, that's what I call COVID. And I was ICU, and Sister Ayo was the first to make sure she called me when she heard about me in there to straighten me up. To not forget those principles. And got me through that thing, and I'm here today. Thank you.
We give thanks, and we give super thanks to the great
Yes,
presence.
super thanks.
You was in pretty bad shape.
Yes, indeed.
That story is really deep and intense, because we thought maybe we had lost you.
Yeah.
And we go back a long way because we had a kindred connection in wanting to ensure that these natural concepts would be shared, to the community. So community was the concept. Community, come on, community.
It brought us together.
These natural principles, because we have always been indoctrinated to the medical world.
Yes.
But I am very blessed. At a very early age, I was introduced to holistic healing and holistic health, and you were too. And so, we have defied a lot of you got to do it this medical way, or this not your non-traditional way is not going to work. And I have often said over and over again that we came into the world with the natural tools that the Creator has given us. And those simple tools really sustain life. So what about all the people who don't have the connections with doctors and hospitals? They are living this natural lifestyle of using the herbs, using essential aspects that are foundational to basic diets, basic principles of just life. And one of these basic principles is the piece that I became so passionate about, and it's about breathing.
Well, since you're talking about that, that's what I want to talk about now, since I see some of the people in comments are concerned and curious about your technique.
Okay.
I personally think that we need to have you to come back do a part 2.
Okay.
'Cause I'm looking at the time because
Mm-hmm.
she's an important person, so she got another appointment right after this week. Everybody got, they want her on. She's going to do a radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah, WPFW.
Yes,
Yeah, here.
89.3 FM, so you might want to jump over there.
Yes, I will be.
850.
Okay, yeah. What did you say? Yes, I think it would be so beneficial for us to do this. Okay, that's Heather. So, one of the things that I recall Heather mentioned about herself is the breathing when they go through the MRI, and they tell you hold your breath, and then let it go.
Right.
Then when it's time for them to hit that button, they want you to hold it.
Yeah, a little longer.
A little longer.
Mm-hmm.
We are such a, So she's going to talk about that, Heather, so you know how to do it the right way.
I can go right into a relationship too. If a person is struggling in any way with breathing in any fashion,
Yes.
it's generally because they may need to relearn how to breathe.
Right.
And this concept came to me at age 19. I first started studying the breath. The Science of Breath was my first book, and I call it the Bible of Breath. And I picked up that book because I was holding my breath a lot. And I wanted to find out why. And I found through that book and then continued certifications, lots of practice and lots of allowing myself to be so open to this real simple concept that the simple way that I breathe was a reflection of my emotions. The simple way that I breathe or hold my breath was also reflective of my stresses, my tension, old trauma. I didn't even understand why most of the time I was holding my breath, angry. I had years and years of depression.
Yeah.
Yet I had this outward, smile all the time, trying to give joy, right?
Yeah.
But inside of myself, there was a real hurt, pain that I didn't understand why. And it showed up primarily by the holding of my breath.
Yes.
And I learned then, and I say still today, 9 out of 10 people are not breathing efficiently. Yet we all breathe, right? We wouldn't be here if we didn't breathe, right?
Right.
Yet an efficient breath is a breath that is easy and is a flow. Inefficient breath is a breath that makes us feel tight and tense and restricted. And when we hold our breath, it is the indication that there is some tight, constricted thoughts, people around us, energy around us. It's something within our beingness that sends a signal to the brain that says, here's the potential for pain, or it is painful, and we are hardwired to hold our breath because the brain stem is connected to the nervous system, is the regulator that stops the breath so that we don't feel the pain. Right. So we say you want to watch who it is that you're holding your breath around, which is just as important as having the efficiency of better breathing. When we're in that x-ray room, many of us are already a little stressed and tense because we're trying to figure out, what's going to happen, or it's just unnatural to be standing in front of a machine with your neck held up, and your arms have to be in a certain position, and we're all of us, once we get to that point, of course the mind is questioning, I hope I'm going to be all right. Okay?
Yes.
So it's a lot going on when you're in that little x-ray room. They tell you, take a deep breath. Right. If you're struggling to take that deep breath, it's because most of us are trying to breathe in a part of the body that is not designed to take a deep breath.
Yes.
Most of us lift up our chest, lift up our shoulders, stretch it back, lift the neck up. And of course we're tense and tight.
Yes.
And the constriction here in the intercostal muscles, right here where our breastplate is the covering of the upper portion of our lungs. Here, the upper portion of our lungs is the smallest portion of our lungs.
Yes.
You know, a lung, it looks like a little kidney, right?
Yeah.
So here at the top is the little small part, and then it expands outward, right?
Yeah.
Underneath of the most people's breast,
Yeah.
males or female, is where the larger portion of the lungs expand. And when we take a deep breath, instead of us attempting to raise the breath up and stick out our chest, we should be instead inhaling in and pushing out our belly, which connects to a muscle just underneath the rib cage called the diaphragm. That is also called, when we push the belly out, that's called a belly breath. It's called a conscious breath for some people. Some people call it an abdominal breath. It's known by even other names. I like to keep it simple, so I talk about the belly breath. Because children, when they first come into the world, they're breathing from the belly, up and down, because the upper portion of their lungs, most of them, their uppermost portion of their lungs have not even developed. They are only working with this diaphragmatic belly breath. So we all start off breathing from the belly. So I like to continue to call it a belly breath because it's very important. Because as you visualize this, which I'm going to demonstrate right now, why it's called a belly breath. The average person, when they inhale in, and imagine we're in front of the x-ray machine, right? And the doctor says, take a deep breath. Most of us inhale in, try to stick out our chest. There's tightness and constriction here. And of course, trying to hold and space in our body that's never designed for a deep breath. It's never designed to hold the breath here. Of course, it hurts, and so therefore we let it go very quickly. Instead, in the system I've been blessed to develop, it's called Optimum Life Breathology, for short OLB. In OLB, I help people to relearn how to breathe by simply asking them to take one hand placed on their chest so they can monitor their chest breathing, take the thumb onto their belly button so they can monitor their belly breathing. Stretch the other four fingers just below the hand on their navel or their belly button. And as you inhale in, you allow the belly to gently come out. Exhale out, the belly gently goes back in. Breathing in from the nose, which is optimum for our daily 20,000 times a day breath. You know, we actually breathe 20,000 times of average, 15 to 18 times a minute. So inhaling into this hand on the belly, and then exhale, we can gently open the mouth and just go, like a sigh. You don't purse up the lips. We don't blow it out because that forces the expelling of that airflow. Too difficult, too fast, too harsh, which creates another constriction. So our goal is to keep breathing simple because it really is simple. We have not been taught the basics of how it's so simple. In this, hand on chest, hand on belly. Inhale into a relaxed belly. Open the mouth and just let go. Inhale in, push the belly gently out. Exhale out, the belly goes in. We're guiding the in-breath with our hand on our belly. Inhale in, the belly gently comes out. It's as if we're breathing into the hand on our belly. Exhale out, we gently guide the breath back in. Now,
Yes.
if this seems uncomfortable to you and challenging, which it does for many people, is because when we as children converted from belly breathers around age 3, 4, and 5, many of us have gotten into the new habit of attempting to hold the breath and breathe from the upper chest. Because those same doctors, when we make our first visits with our doctors, doctors tell us, take a deep breath. They put the stethoscope on the upper back.
Yes.
And what do little children do? They all,
Yeah.
and the doctors never tell them, that's not a deep breath.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead, breathe from your belly. When you would think that they would put the stethoscope near the lower portion of the back, right? But they don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, we are trained. We continue to have our tantrums. When we have our tantrums as children,
Yeah.
breathing up a chest. We look at all these scary movies as little children.
Yeah.
We say, oh, our breath out. So many ways. As we start going into adolescence, what have you, the young girls are told,
Okay, I got
hey, you want to look voluptuous, you want to pull in your belly,
Can
you
you
know,
hear
you
me?
want to look tight here, look big up
I can
there.
barely
And
hear
the
you.
brothers
Can you
are
hear
told
me
the
now?
same thing. You want to buff up,
Yeah, I
with
can
it, you know,
hear.
hold that belly
All right,
and be
hold
tight.
on.
Now, how you going to breathe with a tight belly holding it in, right? Okay?
Right.
So much of the socialization, so much of the trauma and drama of our lives where we're walking around holding our breath. People live around violence a lot,
Yes.
holding their breath. People live around people who abuse them verbally and physically and
Yes.
mentally, holding our breath. And I ended up, that's what I learned later on in life.
Yes.
That the big part of the depression I had was that actually I was being abused as a child, and I had stuffed it into my subconscious mind, too painful for me to handle. And so
Oh,
I was
shoot.
walking around holding
Now
my
they
breath
talking about
quite a bit.
restriction. Yes.
And so we have to
You saw
relearn
that?
how to breathe. We
Yes.
have to get back to the belly breath. The
Yes.
way I suggest people get back to is that they
They ain't
simply
saying that.
learn the understanding of the importance of a belly breath. They can lay back
I'm
in the
trying
chair,
to
they can
appeal
put
it.
a book on their belly or a pillow on their belly and practice just letting their belly
This is
be
my
soft
video.
and flexible like I'm doing, right? And the
TikTok.
more you practice, you come back to the natural belly breath that you had as a child.
Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to, as I said, part 2.
Yes.
But Heather stated that's why I think a lot of long haulers have some sort of trauma
Yes.
in their past.
Yes.
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 To
Sorry,
be
y'all.
honest, we all do
Yes.
as a human being.
Yes.
But some folks don't even realize that
They don't
it's a
realize.
trauma.
No, they don't.
So
Heather, when COVID came out, everyone was calling me, how do we breathe through this? How do we handle all the stress and trauma? And because I had to tell her I'm not a COVID specialist, but I had to start studying COVID so that I could answer a lot of people's questions. And what I had studied with the lung health led me to understand that a lot of the folks who were getting COVID at the pandemic, part of the pandemic, they had a lot of weight up in their upper chest.
yes.
That means there was weight all in between their intercostal muscles.
Yes.
Okay. People were obese. Okay.
Yes.
People didn't know how to breathe anyway. Okay, like I said, 9 out of 10 people scientifically has been established. Most people were not taught how to breathe efficiently, so they were already straining to breathe.
Yes.
Okay, then of course we were immediately put into hospital areas where the stress and the trauma of not knowing what in the world is going on and how to get through this. That meant that a lot of people were holding their breath anyway. And so we had to encourage people in these experientials on the radio and on TV and all over Zoom to encourage people how to relearn how to breathe as quickly as we could teach people, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
that they could breathe from the lower portion where at least you
Right.
get your most efficient breath.
Because I can say and validate, because when I finally took your class, this is before I got COVID. I was having allergies and that kind of problem, breathing problem because of that. But after I took that, I had something took place in the midst of the class where I don't know what to call it, but I would just say I was free and trauma came out. I think that's
Yes.
what took place,
Yes.
and
Yes.
these people were around me,
Yeah,
and I was light.
yeah,
I felt light and relief,
Yeah.
Heather,
yeah.
and I couldn't even walk up an incline. But yet the parking lot had a huge incline,
Okay.
and I was carrying some equipment of yours, and I ain't had no problem after that.
Oh, wow.
I think it was next to the last session.
Okay.
But I broke through, guys, and it paid off when I was in ICU.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Heather mentioned something. She said, I already feel calmer after just a few belly breaths.
Yeah,
Now-
it doesn't take much, Heather. It really doesn't. And to the whole audience, we have checked people's breathing, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on radio, TV, and print.
Yes.
We've been at health fairs.
Yes, we
long
have.
lines, me and Rachel, where people are there and we do a breath adjustment.
Yes.
We named it.
Yes.
Where we was adjusting people's breath from what we call a tight, restricted, shallow breath up here to the deep breath on the belly. And we have heard that over and over again. Wow, just a few of these breaths, I feel lighter, I feel more relaxed.
Hold on.
Because the body
My
is
glass.
more relaxed.
Okay.
When you're doing the body, when you're managing the body based on the its actual structure and anatomy
Yes.
compared to altering the anatomy of the body.
Yes.
So we often ask people, do you find your neck and shoulders hurt a lot? Yes, yes. You're all 20,000 times a day. You're pushing your head back and lifting up your shoulders and lifting up the arms and,
Okay.
all these calisthenics of the upper part of the body.
I got some comments in here. Heather said this is so key to get us out of the inflation. And then Teresa said, I had double pneumonia. My breathing was awful.
Yes.
Singing helped with my breathing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you're right,
Yes.
because I tried.
Yes, we teach the many ways to breathe. Breath is not just only in and out, right? We breathe through singing, we
Yeah.
breathe through humming, we
Yeah.
breathe through chanting, we
Yeah.
breathe through laughter.
Yes,
Okay?
we did.
There's the liquid breath in our water and other fluids, okay? We breathe through the skin. Okay,
Yes,
so
we
we
do.
gotta learn how to make certain that the skin is open without some of the various ways in which we pay it all up the pores of the skin so we don't breathe, right?
Okay.
We breathe through our clothing.
Okay,
Right?
they want to know. Heather again says, I would love to learn how to properly breathe through singing.
Okay.
Now that's another.
Okay.
Anyway.
So the same breath that is the diaphragmatic belly breath is the breath that our singers are taught and our speakers and our athletes are taught. And we have to remind them that when they leave those spaces,
Yes.
that they need to use that same diaphragmatic belly breath technique. Inhale, the belly comes out.
Yes.
Exhale, the belly comes in. The breath actually comes up to the upper chest, and then it goes back down to the lower portion where the lungs are their widest.
Yes.
Okay, so where wide lung, we can get 9 to 10
Yes.
pints of oxygen. But in a
Rotating.
constricted lung,
Yes.
all scrunched in, all up here,
Yes.
we're blessed that we get to utilize 1 pint of oxygen. So we're stretching that 1 pint
So
in all of these centers,
you
the
just
brain,
answered my
the
question.
heart, the lungs, and that's why a lot of people who have bad knees, and they're talking about knees hurt, because the body knows how to
It's not
distribute
getting
the
the oxygen
oxygen in the
throughout the
places
body.
that we need it the most. It prioritizes where the oxygen flows.
Teresa said, you're absolutely right. Now, Teresa, listen, this would just
Okay.
hit my head. There's a musician
Uh-huh,
that plays the flute.
uh-huh.
I I was mesmerized, and if I can find that video, I videotaped this thing,
Uh-huh.
and I looked, since I knew where to look at, I looked at his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
He did never use his chest, y'all, but he be waiting for you.
Moving,
Yeah, I call it rotate,
Okay.
but
Okay.
he held that note for a long time, waiting for the audience
Thank
to clap.
Okay.
But they didn't know when he gonna stop. But he kept that breath so long. He looked like anytime now, so I think he was about to run out. But I call it rotating the oxygen from the diaphragm. And okay,
It is a somewhat of a circular toy.
okay, thank you.
Yes,
Same way we're holding a note when you're
Yes,
singing.
Right.
Okay, we definitely got to do a part 2 if you don't mind. I gotta raise some more funds, y'all. Send me some big
You don't
gifts.
have to raise funds.
Yeah, I
Look,
pay over time because it's 7:42. I don't want to be late.
When I speak about the Creator gave me this
Yeah.
passion,
Yes.
I mean, I watch people
Have to say
breathing.
yes, please.
They don't pay me nothing.
Yeah.
I could be at a line at the bank or at the gas
you
station
know
or
how
the
I am.
grocery store, and I'm listening to people breathe, and I've been known to lean over and say, I hear you breathing kind of hard. You okay? And people will turn around and lean and say, yes,
We
yes.
really do.
And I hear all the stories, my lungs are tight and restricted. I
Yeah.
have bronchitis. I have bad cold. I have flu. I hear all of it.
Okay, here's another comment.
Yeah.
She said, next time I have more time to help get people to wait there. I don't put my glasses on.
You can see.
I'm getting all excited because I just discovered something. Next time I have more time to help let people know when part 2 happens.
Okay.
Yeah. We definitely working on it. God is good because He's sending somebody my way again to fund. So I'm gonna work on that this week. Thanks, right? Because
Yeah, but if you want me to come back, you and
I know I need you anyway. Because it's September, I gotta come over to your place.
Okay.
And thank you so much for sharing your
It's
gift
about
with
the
us. Heather said that. And she does so much more than what that video said or what she said. She's a legend here in this area for sure. And I'm gonna just say all over the world for real, because
we've been blessed. We've been
she-
able to travel all over the world. Yeah,
She's a
not all over the world yet, but
she's
we've
a-
been able to travel
well,
to
yeah.
9 different countries.
well, I say that
It's all over.
forget you. She ain't took
media shows.
Thank
and-
you.
and my friends say
You on the internet. You all over the world.
They told me you were all over the world because all you do is on the internet.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the funny thing, y'all, I'm gonna talk about you real quick. That she has her own technique. You remember that I got on your case? It's like, we can just get out there. You don't need everybody else to certify you. You have your own technique. Just get out there.
Yeah, but you know, you give
She
credit.
blended it.
No, you gotta give credit where credit's due.
I
I
know.
discovered something at age 19, but had it not been from other people
Yes.
who was giving me that knowledge and
Yes,
sharing and
yes.
teaching and mentoring me. And that's how my techniques
Exactly.
evolved. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
But I want to share the most important thing maybe I can say.
Yes,
The
do that.
work with breath is a practice.
Yeah.
It's really not
Yeah.
necessarily a technique.
9 minutes.
It's the combination of how you discover within yourself
Yes.
that if you just start playing with your breath, you're going to discover your own techniques that lead you to be able to practice that same pattern, right? Because see, a practice is what you do over and over and over again,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So, you know, there's no one type of breath. There's no one, it gotta be this way, even with a breath technique.
Yes.
So everyone will approach the same breath technique in their own unique way, okay?
Yes.
So there's no right or no wrong. I always tell people you're alive, right? So
Yeah,
that
that's
means you're
true.
doing something right.
But you know what? You know what? When I met you,
Mhm.
okay, the breathing technique I got from Andy.
Andy, right?
We were working together. That's when you found me.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I took it to help people to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I met my sister here, we blended together for everybody to go through her first. Then we applied on the sleep technique
Okay.
to relax your mind.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll do that part.
Well,
Part two. We can do it real quick.
You mentioned that people are having difficulty sleeping
Yes.
during this. So, a
Insomnia.
breath technique that I teach in Optimal Life Breathology
Yes.
is I teach the relearn how to breathe technique. I teach
That's
about
right, Teresa.
12 different breath techniques in
Yes.
a 18-hour course. It's usually 3 days, right? And the one technique that people love is the technique that helps people sleep. And that technique is simply as you inhale in, you sniff the breath up through your nose. My hair wrap is going to fall off.
It's okay.
You hold the head back, then you open the mouth and go. You let the neck fall onto the chin. You constrict or contract the abdominal belly area.
Yeah.
Push all the stale toxic waste out and inhale again. Just neck dangle a little bit, taking a little more breath if you cannot rise up with the same breath. A lot of us cannot. Open the mouth again and go. Like a sigh
Release.
as the head is rolling down. Stop, pause, inhale again, belly comes out, bring the breath up. Let the neck pause, stop, taking a little more breath, open the mouth. And we actually call this the rolling breath. Some of us have a greater lung capacity, so we can inhale in, hold the breath. Once the neck and head is at the top, open the mouth. And just release.
Ooh, I
And it
messed
can be a continuous role, okay? And I would tell my seniors at some of the programs where I was teaching this concept, I would tell people, listen, I'm not going to teach this concept while y'all sitting up in your walkers, because I saw some of my seniors literally at the age of about 4 or 5 of those, they was leaning over.
Yeah, like I'm about to go.
Catch up on their walkers, right?
I was doing that just then.
Yeah. It puts you to sleep really fast.
Ooh, yeah.
Right. And then that's the little more
Well, yeah.
sophisticated technique, but the
She
basic,
said, I am so relaxed.
oh really? So the basic, don't have to think too much about it. Again, is continue to breathe from the diaphragm, and people also
We got 5 more
immediately relax the nervous system. Yes, and you usually go to sleep that way.
She said, it's surprising at how quickly this works.
Yes.
You'd be surprised, girlfriend.
Yes. These are techniques that are proven,
Yes. Definitely.
evidence-based.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
We talking about ancient
Yes.
concepts that have been passed on and up into modern times, right? And we say don't cost you anything.
No.
Always available to you. The breathing always available. You don't have to suit up, go to the gym. All you have to do is practice. Begin to play with your breathing. And what I have done to help people, to encourage them to practice with me, I have a segment on my website called Breathe Along with Me. And it's several videos of a de-stress breath, a breath to help you go to sleep, relearning how to breathe, understanding the breath.
Excuse me.
And you can access the website 24/7. It's free. People were always calling me and saying, Sister Ayo, can you help me go to sleep?
Your website.
Breathe me to sleep. I said, no, I'm going to just do a video and put it on the website. And so, I get most of the hits on my website, I think, from people.
I do a video on that link.
Yeah.
What's the website?
The website is positiveenergyworks.com. One E that connects positive with energy. POSITIVENERGYWORKS.
Teresa,
Positive energy.
I will put the link in. I do a whole nother video post, but the previous post of the show, it has her website in there,
Yes.
and her YouTube channel, her Instagram.
Yeah.
You just pause it and you get to see her different sites.
Yeah. And Rachel, can I interject?
Yes.
If you go on Google and look up Ayo Handy-Kendi,
Oh,
I
yes.
am very blessed. People are always telling me, girl, you got a whole lot of Google inserts.
She's a legend.
So, feel
She
free.
said, Heather said, thank you so much. It's down to, we got 3 minutes. Anything of wisdom you would like to share?
I just, my final thought is there's power in the breath. And with that power in your breathing, when you master the breath, you master life. There's so many aspects as to how our breath has the correlation in our life force. And so the more we're able to have understanding, mastery, and the ability to really utilize that which is within us, you will gain mastery. You change your breath, you change your life, because there's power in the breath.
Yes, y'all. And that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because I'm here.
Yeah.
And this woman right here, I wanna share your age because she don't move like it. She don't look like it. And I want to be just like her when I get around that age. So I'll get it there. And we will reveal. Okay, hold up. No, I want y'all to guess how old she is. Let's see.
Yes, you gave.
Yeah, I'm making a game and it will be done.
You know your game.
I do. Give it a number. Let's see it come close.
Okay.
I know.
Oh, come on.
I do not play that game. Somebody, Teresa says 65.
Oh, nice. Nice. No. No.
Heather, give it a shot. Don't be scared. Go ahead, Heather, put a number out there. Let's see how close you get compared to Teresa. Heather, you see? Okay, she's gonna reveal it.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
73.
She's 73, y'all.
Right. I'm 73 years young.
She said I was gonna say 65, but she said let's do 75.
Yeah.
You better older than
Not there yet.
She ain't there yet.
73, yeah.
Okay, well, guys, like always, I'm gonna say at the end of this video, I want to give thanks to our sponsor, Highlander, for supporting this program, Good News for Arts, Education, and Entertainment, and all those gifts you guys have given this program. I really appreciate it. And the Cash App is posted on my bio with the GoFundMe as well. So I want to continue this for the rest of this year. So I'm still looking for sponsors, and you can write it off, you know. So we'll talk. So I got to get her out of here so she can make her radio show. So we want to say bye, and we'll
Thank
see
you so
you
much
next
for the
week.
opportunity to share, to breathe better, to live better.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We gonna bring her back, y'all. So thank you guys for participating. I see that it said restricted, but I'm gonna fight it because the owner of the video is right here, and we're gonna close it just like this. So we love y'all. I ain't gonna show my face. I don't want to scare nobody, but I will be going to the ER tomorrow morning, and to take care of this infection. So I'll let y'all know what the deal is. Peace and love to each and every one of y'all.
Blessings.
Okay, y'all. We have Sister Ayo right here on the phone, and if y'all have,
I'm laughing.
Oh, if y'all have any questions for her, she's right here, and put your questions and comments. You know, I see Long COVID Association is in here, and I can't seem to invite nobody to come on and guest. But put your question in the comments. Amira, she is the owner, the scientist of Long COVID Association, and you guys got to check her out. And she's also looking for donation because she's doing case studies for long COVID people who are affected, and I'm one of those participants. So, Amira, put your question in the comments. I can't. Maybe I'm restricted to invite now. Good Lord. Interesting. Sister Ayo, do you have anything to say? I got the volume up so that they can hear you.
Okay.
They can hear you.
Good. Well, I want to give praise and honor to the Most High for life and the breath. Without breath, there is no life. And with better breathing, there is better life. That's the slogan of my company, Positive Energy Works. We say breathe better to live better. I'd like to make a statement that, it's not scientific, but the study that I was able to engage in as COVID was raging was that I found a number of the challenges that people were, the symptoms that were showing up in people, they were symptoms that related to very, very challenged breathing. And as I studied the types of symptoms that were showing up, it's appeared to me that many of the symptoms were symptoms that perhaps were exacerbated or were increased.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
She have dogs too.
Okay, I got a whole bunch of little dogs here, so I'm sorry you'll hear them. Was totally increased by having the challenges of this virus. But there were things that was already happening for people. Let me see if I can
You
move
gotta
everybody out.
remove the babies out.
There were symptoms that were already showing up or had shown up, and that this concept of this virus made
It's kind of hard to hear you, Ayo.
Hold on for a minute.
Okay.
Let's go.
She raised dogs. She sell them too.
Out. Mother.
So anybody need a dog,
Okay.
reach out to Ayo. I'm trying to sell your dogs.
Okay, so I just put everybody out of my office.
Okay.
And so the people who were already struggling with asthma had been having breathing issues for years and years and years, and then here comes this virus, and it totally, the people now they're leaving us.
Yes.
Who have asthma just because they caught COVID. People who had issues with obesity. Now COVID has exacerbated the breathing issues that the people who had obesity was already experiencing. And now they did a study of the number of people who transitioned with COVID who also had earlier pre-existing conditions with obesity and breathing issues. Of course, the lungs, they're struggling to breathe with excessive weight in between the intercostal muscles and bearing down on the heart. People with heart issues. Here now they were already struggling with their breathing with heart issues. They was already struggling with breathing with high blood pressure. They were struggling with breathing with diabetes. The actual reality is that having inefficient breathing was causing these symptoms, and then on top of these symptoms, these so-called ill health or what we say dis-ease, not disease, but dis-ease, right? Now became a deadly mix relative to putting on top of these challenges a virus that had all sorts of ramifications that was exacerbating everything that the breath the breath was already being challenged.
Right.
Now we're seeing the change in the symptoms to COVID-related issues. So my thought was that let me start working with people with their breathing and see if that in itself would begin to reverse some of the long COVID symptoms, because at least with a better breath, that means more oxygen available into our cellular tissues, our cellular metabolism, the cells being able to regenerate, the cells being able to function properly, the cells being able to have its maximum output, because the oxygen, the food of the cells, would be increasing the capability of cells to function at their maximum level. And that's the work that I have been doing pretty much, now going on 50-some years. I have watched many people who had any number of health issues by just better breathing they were
Yeah.
able to help those symptoms heal.
I have a question here from Long COVID Association, which is Amira. She says
Mm-hmm.
breath work is vital to long hauler recovery. If folks have
Mm-hmm.
questions or need to get more info about this, how can they reach you, Sister Ayo?
Oh, Teller, thank you very much for that affirmation. Yeah, I would like people to consider calling me, and or emailing me, and or using the website. All of these three means. The telephone number is 202-667-2577, 202-667-2577. The website is Positive Energy Works, the three W's, of course, and Positive Energy Works is one word, positive connecting energy with only one E connecting the positive with the energy, and works has an S on the end, so I'll spell it out. POSITIVENERGYWORKS.com.
Mm-hmm.
Positive energy works. So we say, because when you breathe better, your positive energy does work, right, Pat?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
all the aspects of attempting to live a positive, productive life actually begins to work better. So positive energy works. And on the website, we have a lot of tutorials on what is the importance of breathing, what are some of the challenges that can show up if a person has ineffective breath or ineffective breathing 20,000 times a day, not having mastery over just the foundational, fundamental aspect of an effective breath can cause over 60 or more stress-related disorders because ineffective breathing puts the body at great stress, great tension, along with the stresses that occur to us that increase the hormonal levels
Right.
that just stress in itself creates. And so just the sheer fact of 20,000 times a day, not having the movement of this vital, critical food for oxygen in the body, and then the detoxification that occurs on the cellular level with every single effective breath that is taken. And along with those effective breathing in and out, inhale and exhale, there are all these other aspects or other ways that our breathing must also foundationally be sound.
Right.
I have to just say simply the aspects of better breathing are shown in the breath, in and out, inhale and exhale, but also, as I mentioned, the skin breathes. If
Yes.
you are having struggles with your bowels, our bowels are part of the breathing paradox. 3% of our oxygen level is actually absorbed and released through the bowels. 70% is through the inhale, exhale, lung function, and about 27% is actually through the skin. So those three portals of breathing all have to work synergistically, work together
Yes.
for very good proper breathing, right?
Yes.
And then there's all different ways of breathing. There's when we laugh and we breathe, we sing, we breathe, we chant, we breathe, when we talk, we breathe, okay?
Yeah.
We have to be mindful that the breath is not just a tool to be used,
Right.
but it is in itself the tool that breathes us, that creates the outcome. And the outcome is to create the essential life forces that must truly, truly be what we say extended to to the greatest capability by doing some simple fundamental shifts in the way in which we do this foundational thing that we take so for granted. Don't think about it until we can't breathe.
Well, then I gotta say this. Amira from Long COVID Association said, "Thank you, Sister Ayo and Rachel and Queen Rachel, for this important and often overlooked component to healing."
We give thanks. We thought it was so important that on the website we have actually a number of videos that are 1 minute breath breaks, I call them, or 1 minute video tutorials where you can breathe along with me. There's no cost to those tutorials. We even didn't even put a donation button there. We wanted people to really truly understand that this was just a vital service. It's been suggested, oh, you really should have a donation button here. We said, well, it's a donation button somewhere else on the website. But in that particular section, we wanted to make it really clear that people were calling me at night sometimes who couldn't breathe themselves to sleep effectively, who were having panic attacks and couldn't get out of a parking lot to get to across the college campus, just having an anxiety attack. And so, couldn't get across a bridge, on and on and on, having all kinds of issues, feeling totally overwhelmed at the time that not only COVID was happening, with all of the life challenges that we have in general. People have been calling, and we said, oh no, I can't be everywhere. And even though we certify breathologists, we're very blessed with over 50 breathologists in this area of the world. We've traveled. We presented breathology in about 9 different countries. They're breathing folks around the world. And we've been at conferences. We're in workshops. We're in all kinds of Zoom presentations. Needless to say, the sheer challenge to this work is that while even though everyone breathes, 9 out of 10 people in this country are not breathing in an effective, efficient way. So there's this huge need to focus attention on this very foundation, and that's why those videos were created. So that anybody could just, feel free to come and breathe along with me. And then, of course, there's a couple of articles there if people who also had questions. We have a form there that people could send information to us to ask us about any concerns. And then definitely, of course, if people want further information or presentations, that's also on the website. So the website is very, what we say, customer service oriented towards helping people to breathe better, to live better.
She just, I'm going back and reading the comments. She said, where can we see the video of the presentation again, Queen Rachel? Well, she just told you it was her website. That's where you go. See how everything followed in place. And I said, look at this, because I had to put my glasses on, because I was seeing 42 messages I got to go through and see if anybody said anything while you were talking.
Boy, 42 messages. Wow, give thanks, folks. It's a very important subject. I've gone on radio shows, and I was going on the show for half an hour. And next thing you know, we were into the show 2 hours, and the person wanted me to stay on longer. I could talk quite a bit about the number of presentations we made. It definitely went way over time because people Oh, I mean, to think that they have been struggling with something so what seems like very simple,
Yes.
but it seems to me that there is a conspiracy in the whole medical realm
Yeah.
and not simplifying this basic human right, really, to
Yeah.
have proper breathing.
Yeah.
And if in the awareness, if it were given the weight in medical schools, I've been before people who were studying respiratory therapy, Rachel.
Wow.
And when I showed them the most efficient way to breathe from the diaphragm, they said, "Oh, we wasn't taught this in medical school. We weren't taught this." And so they would, the students would around me, mouths open, eyes wide open, just totally ecstatic that they were learning something that they could pass on to their clients and their constituents. It's amazing that there has not been the wealth and breadth of information about simple, basic breathing from the cradle to the grave. We said first thing we do when we come into the world, we take our first breath, and the last thing we do when we leave this world, we take our last breath. But everything in between made better by the way that we breathe. So if it's that important, how come it's not the kind of widespread training, teaching, sharing that can very easily be imparted about efficient, better breathing?
She says, and to see today presentation, she want to know how we can see today presentation again. Oh, well, you can go on my YouTube channel, which is Rachel Pope, the number 7, and you go to the playlist that says Good News, and you will see all the previous shows I've done before. You can see that. That's if TikTok don't restrict me, because I got a big little red triangle sitting up there restricting. I tried to appeal it, but nothing showed up to appeal. It was a white. It didn't say anything. So anyway, I was trying to look to invite you. I didn't see it to come on so we could hear you speak, but I don't see you. All I see is you doing the light, and that's why I said write your comments inside here. So when let's keep it in prayer that when I end this, they don't take it away. Like I said, this was our video that we did together. So personally, I think it's the AI again, misreading everything again, and until a human goes up to verify that it is ours. This is our content. So what's the restriction? But that's my beef right now. So I want whoever listening on TikTok to hear what I have to say. Okay, because this is good, vital information, like Sister Ayo mentioned. Why it's not been put out there? It's very vital for just to breathe. Okay?
And Rachel, over the years, holistic practitioners, we sometimes do get shut down when we talk about things healed.
Well, that's what it is.
So that could be what the deal is. But I mean, look, you can go on the website of the Food and Drug Administration. You can go on the website for what's the teaching training site that has all the health and wellness information on it. All of those, some of the major scientific sites have very clear scientific proof and evidence about this very power of the breath. That's where I gained most of my training from.
Wow.
It was also, alternative and holistic training that I also took over. I have maybe about 6 or 7 certificates in various breathing training practices. Yes, those practices are ancient, which means that these are techniques and concepts have been passed down from old age into the new age, right?
Right. Right.
and and have shown again great what we say efficacy or great definite proof of the healing aspect of having the most fundamental thing. Without oxygen, there is no life. So with increased oxygen, then you have increased life. And so science had backed this concept, this very simple foundational concept. Okay, and then of course. What is it? The liquid breath, our water drinking. It is the oxygen in our food that we must ingest in. We must be very careful about the pollutants in the air that take away or make the oxygen content lesser.
Right.
We have to be aware of how detoxification, eliminating heavy toxin metals and the challenges of the fibers and the upholstery and then the fabrics, how all of these have an impact on the oxygenation of our entire environment, having more plants in our environment. I could go on and on and on to talk about the value and possibilities of an oxygenated world that makes such a difference on every single level of our living. And I'm just very blessed I like to always say, I feel I'm a product of this product at my age and in the lifestyle that I have had to, that I have managed for myself over these 73 years. I have not had an easy life. I've had a lot of trauma, drama, stress, but I've had good moments too. I've had joy, peace, and happiness too. And most of my joy, peace, and happiness has come from once I had the mastery over better breathing, I've been able to overcome a lot of the stress, trauma, and drama. And so, we go on to look at the correlation of a real quality life.
Yes.
A quality life comes from having every function of our being that is increased by having this particular, what we say, this particular food, this first food, that without it, you're not alive. So, we think about maximizing this first food with every single breath we take. And we begin to become much more conscious about the breathing or the breaths that we don't take.
Right.
The breathing or breaths that we don't take, they give us such understanding of what is the quality of life. Are we in an environment where it's difficult to breathe? Are we around toxic people that we're holding our breath around, therefore we're not breathing? Are we in situations where socialization, where we're told that we should stick out our chest and push in our belly, right, so we can have this really great, fantastic figure, right, which makes it very hard for us to breathe, right? And I can cite a very simple challenge I had one day. I had put on a skirt I had gained a little bit of weight. Now, I'm not a big person, so I just gained a little bit of weight. But the weight that I had gained made that skirt tight. That cut across my middle. It cut across my diaphragm. And I noticed within about an hour and a half or two, didn't understand why was I cramping in my feet. And I said, why are my feet cramping so, really tight, toes curling up, can't hardly move my ankles. I took off the skirt, my awareness of this subject said, oh, I think I know what's happening. That skirt's too tight. It's stopping you from breathing effectively.
Yes.
I took off the skirt and the cramping stopped.
Mm-hmm,
That's
mm-hmm.
the kind of evidence-based kind of work that I've been blessed to see, the so-called miracles.
Yes.
But these are simple concepts that, boom, what we say, no rocket science
Right.
can I mean, so simple that no rocket science could validate that. I mean,
Yes.
literally, immediately took the skirt off, and therefore the oxygen flow worked, and the cramping stopped.
Can I share, share since you're there? You remember when we were at the Congressional Black Caucus, and I had the tumor thing come from out of my, because it was supposed to be in my breast. Remember that? And the wound was open, y'all. It was open. And because I had to wait for my appointment to be seen by my oncologist to see what kind of cancer it was. And Sister Ayo was there. And people couldn't believe that I was in there with Sister Ayo helping with breathing and relax. And did I show the people the wound?
Yeah.
And they looked at it, and then it was shifting. And you took me in the bathroom with your oils and your creams to help that thing to move back in place. And the breathing technique, y'all, helped me with me being able to have that thing hanging out of my skin. It was coming out. And this is without chemo. You know, I'm not saying don't do chemo. I'm just saying what happened to me, and I was dealing with the breathing technique to overcome the pain. And until I was able to see the oncologist, and by the time I got to see him, it came out. And I had to have help for it.
You told me ecstatic. You said, "Oh, sister, that thing is coming out of me."
Yes, it was ugly.
You were excited.
I was.
Yeah, essential oils. Most essential oils have tremendous amount of oxygen in them.
Yes.
They are our old ancient medicines. Because they come from the fruits, the berries, the nuts, the seeds, the barks. These are the components of the oxygen extraction from natural sources, and then therefore more often than not cold press so that the heat won't destroy their oxygen content. So some of the highest oxygen related products come in some good essential oils, and it is some okay essential oils, but I recommend things like Revive. I recommend Young Living Oil. I recommend things from places like the Apothecary. I recommend that you can find also your own ability to learn how to extract and create tinctures of oxygen-related extraction from things like our oranges or our lemons or our pine. All of these natural healing components that are available are being used, if possible, if not by yourself, but also bottled by these companies who have recognized that the oxygen content have created some extreme natural healings. And that's what we had used in that room. We pulled that skin back and soaked that cotton gauze in I think it was thieves, Thieves, right? And thieves is extremely powerful oil, right? And pack that right in that space. And I suggested you keep packing it in that space.
Yeah, you did.
And, it was very short time.
Yeah,
that space.
Did. And I wasn't even thinking when you were over here before I went to ER for you to check my back. You remember the wound in my back? and
Oh yeah.
you what's it that was meringue?
Yeah,
You put
moringa.
on the
Uh-huh.
cotton and all that stuff came that yeah, the bacteria came out of me. And then I
Oh
went to
yeah.
ER again to go get checked and get the supplies that I needed that they didn't give me. But it's something
Uh-huh.
growing back there, and I didn't think for you to ask, I mean, to check it for
Mm,
me. But
okay.
when we have us, you come back again just live
Okay.
to demonstrate some
Yeah.
other techniques for the long haul COVID
Okay.
family and friends so they know how to use it, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this to you, like re- rebuilding yourself to gain energy. And I was trying to share
Mm,
that with a friend of mine, how we had when we were coming from Richmond, and you told me, Rachel, you need to slow down with that breathing now because it will give you a high. And I was still,
yeah.
and I felt it too, and it really worked, y'all.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to
Yeah.
do that when I pace myself, and I use that
Yes.
breathing
Yeah.
technique to go do something
Yeah.
for, an
Yeah.
hour or
Yeah.
two, and then I go lay down again and I get back up.
Mm,
That's a technique, y'all.
mm.
So I share y'all one of
Okay.
my technique that she shared with me one time. And she got
Yeah,
so
that's
many
it.
techniques, but that one there,
You like that one?
I
That worked
did.
for you? Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a great pain reliever. That particular technique is what we consider the pain reliever. Anybody who's had natural childbirth, they've had some experience with breath work. Okay,
Yes.
and because the in and out conscious connected breath is literally the technique breath that is advised for women when they're in childbirth. And they describe it as a he ha.
Yeah.
Sounds like something like that, right? So you connecting the inhale with the exhale, no pause in between. You
Yes.
can actually get quite euphoric. You can, you have to know when to kind of slow it down, right? Because it is extreme oxygenation, flooding the body, right? Changing
Yes.
the actual chemistry of the body. Also doing something else that I don't know if women have experienced this while they were going through the birthing process. Perhaps they were so busy with managing pain.
Yes.
But also that same particular breath opens up the prefrontal cortex, which is the front part of the brain where our stored memories are. And
Ah.
so we also use the conscious connected breath for transformation as well as physical enhancement, mental and emotional enhancement, but for actual pulling from the buried subconscious blocks
Yeah.
that the body creates when it can't process some of the challenges of stress, trauma, drama, emotional imbalances, emotional pain.
Yes.
Okay, that same breath technique, which is one of the reasons why I love breath. That
Yes.
same breath technique can actually be used in a session of about 45 minutes. That's equal to 2.5 years of talk therapy,
So
where you can just release all sorts of stored
yes.
memories, stored pain, stored anger, stored trauma, stored depression,
Yes.
things that the mind could not handle at that time. And so what the mind does, the mind says, we push it down, we push it into the recesses of this aspect of our brain's anatomy, and it will stay there until we somewhat, I like to call it, unfreeze it. We kind
Yes.
of throw it out, right? and now the release of it I speak of it as we cannot heal what we don't feel. And so, as opposed to the body mind connection that we're hardwired when we're in pain, the body says, no, I'm not going to allow you to feel pain. So it pushes the pain into the deep recesses of the subconscious below the surface of the active mind.
You know
Instead, in the prefrontal cortex, honey, this same breath technique, inhale, exhale, no pause in between, literally begins to thaw out that aspect of that stored memory. And now we're able to feel it, and now we're able to heal it. We continue to breathe in that fashion, and that helps to just allow us to process. Maybe we maybe when we were in the process of being traumatically taken advantage of.
Yes.
In my situation, like a rape, someone taking advantage of us,
Yes.
mugging us,
Yes.
hitting us, fighting us, choking us, all these different ways in which the body is saying, oh no, I'm not going to deal with all that pain. The body, mind, spirit says, stop it, push it down, put it away, put it in that drawer.
Yes.
We'll deal with it later, right?
Yes.
And that later usually doesn't come until
that's breaking.
Until we are able to bring it back to consciousness. And once we bring these concepts, these traumas, these challenges back to consciousness, then we are able to breathe through it.
That's what made me think.
And just to help to release it.
Here's one for
so
you.
That's what I love about breath. Look, breath can wake you up in the morning and it can put you to sleep at night.
I got something for you now while you were talking. Remember when I was talking to you when I had a class with y'all, there was, and this is good for the long haul COVID. People were listening. Y'all have any more questions, put it in comments for Sister Ayo to address. But I want y'all to hear this question for Sister Ayo. Sister Ayo, remember I was telling you concerned about when people gather around me and I was doing that breathing technique and it was stored pain. Here's the pain I'm talking about for anybody dealing with any kind of illness. It was me grieving, me losing my healthy part of me. When I had gotten fibromyalgia all the years ago, and I stored in like the conscious, subconscious, it was stuck, right?
Yeah.
And then all this other stuff came up. Yeah, dealing with the doctors, I ain't had no insurance, y'all, and I had to do the natural thing, So I'm saying this to the people who have chronic illnesses, anything, but you grieving what you lost. Of what your lifestyle was before you caught COVID. Now I'm saying to y'all, get to know Sister Ayo so you can breathe through that pain that you got stored in, because we talk a lot about it, of the things we used to do. Now what you gonna do with who you are right now, or what you're dealing with. And I'm sharing with y'all what I decided to do is, like she said, breathe through it and face it head on and put it somewhere. My thing for y'all that I hope that I can encourage y'all is to create a new you. How can you work around what you're going through? And this is what I'm doing for me right now with good news. Because when I got still and eliminate all those bad thoughts, I'm like, okay, that was back then. Wish I coulda, shoulda. Now here I am. Now what I'm gonna do?
Oh,
okay.
You're talking some mighty truth, sister.
Yes, because it was deep. This is stuff that I purged. I purged through, because Y'all ain't see me for a minute before going live because I was purging. I was purging what I was holding on to that was of the
Yeah.
past of what used to be. And then I got to
Yeah.
myself and dealt with the higher power, God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit for me. And
Yeah.
I like, speak to me because I got a lot to offer. And
Uh-huh.
I still want to do the same thing, but how? And then
Yes.
because I got turned down with the Who Am I to be on social media with the grant in the arts, but I didn't give up, y'all. I didn't give up. I said,
Mm-hmm.
if I could do it in person back then when I had fibromyalgia, why I can't do it now with COVID being in my home through social media? And I started it this month. And when I started thinking like that, someone called me out of the blue from a company and offered $2,000 for my program that I did in public. And she knew my work. She said, well, we could do it. Write it up.
I love it.
And here we are. Here is good news. And I reached back to the people who were part of my team back then, and Sister Ayo is a witness of it when I first started. So
Yes,
I'm bringing my old team and adding new ones to the program because there's certain people I required, to
Yes.
be able to be authentic with our people that we approach as children as well as our senior to close that gap, okay, to show respect. And we
Yes.
brought these same things that I'm sharing with y'all here, and this is why we're seeking even more funding to accommodate what we need to do so we can continue this. And that's why you see the GoFundMe for me to deal with my health issues that my insurance can't pay for. Because I want to deal with my practitioners and my functional doctors and get the machine that I normally use to sustain me. I'm not like everybody else, as y'all saw my face, okay? And how that medication I was allergic to it. So I got to live a different lifestyle than other folks, So here we are. We bringing it to your home through virtually, through social media and Zoom. Okay, so y'all go to the link on my bio. Y'all can see the GoFundMe. You can see the Cash App. You can find the YouTube channel. Everything is right there. Sister Ayo, the post that I did before today, y'all can see her. I have her connection up there as well.
Okay.
On this video that y'all seen in description, you can see her links in the description of the YouTube channel. Okay, y'all. And her website is up there too. That way you can stroll down like what she told you to see the breathing technique that's free. So
yes, I'm so proud of you, though, Rachel. I really am. I'm very proud of you. You're not giving up. You're altering your life, accepting what you can do, and maximizing on what. I'm sure people are telling you, oh, you maybe shouldn't be doing, but you are moving in the direction of, intuitively, you are moving in the directions of what you are being told on a higher level, spiritual level, and your intuition is guiding you. I also feel like your ancestors are guiding you.
Yes.
The Creator is holding you up, right? The idea is that we do have to move forward. We cannot stay in the paths of the past. We have to make decisions that what lessons have I learned from the past? Yes. And now how do I apply those lessons to right now? If you are feeling that you are stuck in grief, And we do get stuck in our grief.
Yes.
We do get stuck in grieving that which we used to
Thank
could
you,
do.
Wayne.
And the feeling, oh boy, I can't do that anymore. It's very traumatizing. It's painful.
Yes.
It's debilitating in itself. If we allow ourselves to wallow in the past will keep us stuck right there.
Yeah.
If we move in new directions, doing the best we can with what we have,
Yes.
we
yes.
will see.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like we were.
Amazing doors open, just like we
Yes.
say when God closes one door, new door opens.
Yes.
We oftentimes get totally surprised that look what just happened. Look what just appeared.
Girl, don't get me started crying in here, Lord Jesus.
Because we were seeking it. Yeah.
Yes.
So we opened up a new door to let new fresh air in.
No
you
matter
can't,
what.
You can't have any shifts if you keep doing the same thing in the same way.
Thank
so
you.
the idea is that to try something different, try and shift into a new way of looking at things, so the things you look at will change.
Yes.
That's brother. And be willing to take some chances.
Yes.
On some things that the doctor didn't say.
Thank
Be
you.
willing to take some chances that sometimes the medical establishment is not promoting. Just see what happens if you try it.
Yeah.
You might be pleasantly
I'm
surprised.
glad you said that because I'm going to veg it back off you what you just said as confirmation. Because we, at long haul COVID, anybody dealing with their health, you got to really be your own advocate. Okay?
Yes,
Do your own
advocate.
study. Okay? It's very vital for you. And if you don't know, find someone like Long Haul COVID Association, Amira. She knows about the tests and things like that. Let her advocate for you. You know, put her on your put her on your speed dial as well as Hello Heather. You know those people, because I got them on my speed dial. And so when you approach your doctor. When you approach your doctor like I did, that doctor sat down on my bed next to me to hear Amira from Long Haul COVID Association. She was giving this man a rundown of what tests that they need to provide for me of me having long haul COVID, because they do the regular tests. It's going to say that I'm fine. But if they do the tests that she say, they're going to find something going on. But he said to her, look, we have to get the primary doctor to request for those tests because I came in for a different situation. I came in for allergic reaction from the gabapentin for the facial pain in my face. And, yeah. So, but he took the time to listen to her. And I believe she taught him some stuff too, cause he had his hand on his chin like, oh, like that. I never heard of that. Da 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 da. Right? And he sat there for a long period of time while Miss Amira was going for it. And then I said, he ain't gonna do the dirty daggone tests today. Let's say this when I see my primary doctor and then request those tests, you know. So I'm just saying this to everybody that's listening. Reach out to the Long COVID Association. They doing some wonderful things. They need the help to get the lab and everything together. And they get everything together for us in a case study. So go and donate to them because they need it, because they trying to work with humanity, okay? They ain't being like the other folks that putting us under the bus of us experiencing those things and gaslighting us. And we got to advocate for ourselves and wear your mask is 6 feet apart. There's so much I want to share, but that's another day on a post that I'm going to do. But I'm trying to see if anybody else We got 4,500 likes on this live tonight, and we got two
Oh,
people
no.
in the box looking. We had some other that dropped off. And if
Uh-huh.
I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn I saw my brother. I wasn't sure because I didn't know he had a
Mhm.
TikTok. But somebody, it looks like I was seeing wrong. But I'm gonna say hello and thank you for coming by. Wayne, do you have any questions? Put it in comments so I can read it out to Sister Ayo. Mira, you still up here? I don't want to shut it off because I know Sister Ayo have I don't know, you have to go or what. Uh,
I got a few more minutes. I
okay.
just want to get. I'd like to also shout out to the Long Haul COVID Association that you are documenting a process that I believe in the future, the whole medical world is going to really be applauding you all because it does seem like this COVID has totally perplexed the medical world.
Yes.
Yeah, and they seem to be wringing their hands, and I do see the same thing what Rachel said, have pushed a lot of the people who unfortunately are still struggling, and I mean, it's a lot of people who are still struggling. I've been reading the articles, I've been sending them to Rachel every time I see an article, yeah, because it's been I'm sure for the people who are having to deal with this concern, thinking that they could go to their medical doctors and get good advice, and instead getting the runaround, being told they don't, I don't really, I've heard people tell me that they were actually questioned. Are you sure that's what you're dealing with? Why? Who in the world? What doctor would question and make their patient think there's something wrong with them when they know their body and know what they're going through?
Yes, because I used to say,
really questioning that. Are you sure? Is that in your head? Is that is that just something? Yeah, you just something you just thinking. You sure that's what you're feeling? I've actually have some of my clients who indicated that, and we've had to tell them to push forward and demand service, demand that your doctors provide the very best that they can possibly give you. And so the Long Haul COVID Association, very valuable effort to make what is a reality for way too many people, bringing it out in the forefront and shining a light on an issue that a medical establishment can no longer deny.
Yes, exactly, because we got to keep them prayed and uplifted too, because I know they're going to run into some things for doing what they're doing. But
they're overwhelmed. We know that, and it's been a daunting couple of years. We know that. So some of them, I'm sure, are doing the very best that they can. So yes, I agree. We lift them up. We really truly do. But let's work together.
Yes,
let the holistic, the traditional and non-traditional issues of wellness, healing, and all the folks who can bring something to the table. Let's work together and let's not be in opposition to each other and struggling and fighting over who has the right answers. And let's all just continue to keep being open that no one has the answers at this point. It is all like a discovery, and the more we keep working at the discovery together, perhaps we will find an answer.
And I'm a veggie on that one too, because I'm a part of the case study, and the stuff that they have me on already, when I sense that when I go out, okay, and I feel a little scratchy throat, whatever, I take half of what they had given me, and the symptom that I had is gone, okay? And if
Okay.
if if I'm going out there and I'm already know that um, I gotta cover myself, I take a little bit of it to protect my immune system, right? So I'm just since they're here, I'm a little to know how I'm justifying taking what they had sent to me. But those that have long haul COVID, you want to be a part of the case study. You have the people right here in comments, Long COVID Association, and reach out to Amira, and she will take you to the next step. Any companies or corporations, or anybody, go there and donate to support, so that they can get the right lab equipment that they need to further the rest of their study. Okay, because look, I'm trying to tell y'all, it is something really powerfully good, and I ain't gonna go no detail. Just go to the website and look it up for yourself. Okay, and
Okay.
I'm here as a testimony concerned about the first thing that I'm on now, and it's really strong and it's powerful, and her connections are powerful too. Her sources, so yeah, I could go on and on. But
I tell you,
I'm
I
just
tell you.
saying thank you. Thank you
You're welcome, and
for saying
thank
those
you,
things
Amira.
like that. Oh, she said, yes,
Thank you.
together we will solve long COVID.
Yes, we're gonna solve it. We will solve it. That's right. It's gonna be a breakthrough,
Hey,
I believe.
faithful.
And but of course, it comes with us. We are the pioneers,
Yes.
and so that does mean that we are taking little baby steps, and some of us are having to take some real, what we say, leaps of consciousness to
Yes.
say that, okay, I know my doctor said this, but that doesn't feel right. So let me try something else. That takes consciousness to go up against your doctors, your primaries, all of these medical folks with the knowledge that they have. It takes a fair amount of consciousness. It takes a lot of what they call chutzpah, a lot of strength to say,
Yes.
"Hey, look, I'm gonna go a different route." But
Yes.
folks, unless people have done that in the past, unless who people who had the breakthroughs with the world of medicine, all of them have had to do exactly what the long haul COVID folks have to do. They have to chart their own path. They have to really experiment. They have to be open to trying that. There
Yes.
are some other parts of this whole picture that
Yeah.
maybe haven't been discovered yet. So I truly do encourage people, take the steps, try the different paths, share once you take those paths, and let
Yes.
other people know about your discoveries, and
Yes.
engage in discussion, debate, and if necessary, some arguments with some of the doctors, some of the
Yeah.
practitioners, some of the medical establishments who have advocated some things that, yes, truly, they are questionable. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, they're questionable, and at last, really continue to support people like Rachel, continue to support people
Oh,
like Amir.
yeah.
Really help those of us who are standing up to make a difference,
And
because they are
yourself.
truly the pioneers. They're the pioneers.
We are the
Yes.
pioneers. Yes, we are. And that
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
includes yourself. You truly are the legend pioneer
Rachel.
there. Because
Yes.
not
Yes.
only she does power of the breath, but she organized it. I don't know if she's still doing it or not, but different organization or organized marches and things like that. She is the one they call on. This is why I'm saying
Yes,
that because
we're grateful. I'm also part of the International Breathwork Foundation, IBF. We have some studies that are going on through IBF. We're teaching breathing in the classroom, which is now expanding by leaps and bounds, where we're teaching young people breath techniques. We have annual conference every year that we go to some place, and everyone breathes together, learns more about the power of the breath, shares, it allows himself to be breathed, those kind of rejuvenative conferences have helped tremendously with keeping practitioners who work with breath, on that high path. And then, of course, there's the work with our scientific group that really actually is beginning to do some other studies about how just the breath itself works. And then last but not least, we are so blessed that on a regular basis, every year, we have on April the 11th, World Breathing Day.
Oh,
which
wow.
gives us yes, and I'm part of that committee that puts on this annual, whatever the country is going through, we've been able to create themes, we hope, that relate to whatever this country is going through and the world is going through, to be truthful, because it is a worldwide event. And so this year we've already come up with our theme, which is breathe together.
Wow.
Breathe together. Because we see the need that people need to reconnect, and they need to come back together and just breathe together. So you'll be hearing more about that. Maybe Rachel will invite us on to talk about that, how people can create that initiative in their own location.
Sure.
Because the goal of World Breathing Day is to put a focus, an emphasis on the importance of better breathing, and how better breathing, of course, can provide the opportunity for us to change the world.
Right.
It's the breathing. Our breath is the one common thing that we all have. We all breathe. We all breathe. And outside of, yes, we all eat, yes. Outside of that, we all, what they say, bleed. We have that. Our heart beats, yes, we have that. And we have the breath. We have the ability to breathe. And that common thread is what we celebrate on April the 11th, yearly, annually, April the 11th, World Breathing Day. So giving y'all a heads up on that, and just giving you all this love and light as we breathe together. We will heal together. As we heal together, we will make a difference that can help to change the world.
Okay, get it together, Rachel. Because that was a lot to take in of especially all that was presented tonight. Flashback. On our experience of the past, lessons and stuff. Because a lot of us are stuck, and they don't know how to get out. They weren't trained. We don't understand what every household between their walls or what the parents know and did not know, and to pass it on to the children. Okay, so okay, Rachel, the whole point is, y'all, we're breathing. Like she said, if you weren't breathing, you're not here. But the thing is, showing you how to go back how you originally supposed to be breathing, and she mentioned concern
To
about
breathe efficiently.
as
I like to keep it simple,
efficiently.
but just to be able to breathe better,
Yes,
breathe efficiently. Yes.
yes, like she demonstrated concern about the baby. If you look at
Yeah.
an infant, how it originally come out to breathe, their first breath. But look how it's breathing through the stomach area, the diaphragm,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
chest. And then as it grows in the lifestyle that it grows in, and it pick up between the good and the bad of the world and stuff, and what your parents' rules are, their boundaries are, and it's being the child is being restricted, like like you said, be scared, like a scary movie. Oh, what's that? And they gasping for breath, but they doing it from the wrong part of the organ.
Yes.
And
That's
so,
right.
right? And so then when they
Yeah.
go to be an adult, they got all this stuff trapped up inside of fear,
That's right. There you go.
anxiety,
That's right.
etc.
That's
And
right.
everybody comes in this world with some type of gift to serve as a purpose here on this planet. But if a parent see the gift and they don't nurture it the correct way, it the child is unable to prosper of what is
Yes.
given, right? So
Yes. Yes.
because they locked up in the fear and like, oh my God, I ain't good
Yes.
enough, and they talk themselves out of what they're supposed to be in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They shut their own self down.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
self
They
sabotage.
shut their own self. They self sabotage primarily because there's been a whole lot of self sabotage since the early beginnings of their life.
Yes.
And the holding the breath starts, and it has a direct correlation between that self-sabotage. If you've been told most of your life you can't do this, you can't do that, or you're not going to be anything, or I wouldn't do that, I wouldn't try that, no,
Yep.
no, no, oh, you better watch out,
Yep.
oh, something's going to happen to you, all of these comments, all of these concerns
Yes.
become embedded in our subconscious mind. They start showing up anywhere between pre-birth and
Yes.
age 7. And after that, all of those earlier warnings of doubt
Ooh.
and frustrated shutdowns.
Yes.
In the process, we hold our breath.
And
We literally are holding our breath.
guess what?
I've been watching my great-grandson
Oh, there we go.
because I had read about this, but I have literally been watching my great-grandson who lives here with me. And I'm watching him hold his breath, being told a lot, some of those same messages. And I am trying to circumvent it now at
Yes.
age 3 and 4 by oftentimes picking him up and putting him belly to my belly and breathing with him to
Yes.
breathe through some of the frustrations that I see.
Yes.
Right. I've seen him, I've been able to breathe with him through tantrums where he was being shut down. He's this naturally inquisitive little fella, wants to touch everything, wants to experience everything. And children who are really bright and intelligent, that's who
what
they are,
do.
right? But the more and more he's told, no, you don't touch that. His father is just saying, look, don't touch.
Yes.
I like that. I said, look, don't touch. But I had to change it around. And I had to change it around, look, be careful how you touch.
Yes.
Be gentle with how you touch,
Yes.
because I want him to touch.
Yes.
I want him to experience. I want him
Yes.
to explore. The only way you
Oh,
explore
wow.
is by allowing your child to explore. The more we shut down our children,
Yes.
and we're all guilty of it, we shut them down, and so mentally, emotionally, physically, they processes are shut down.
Yes.
But we did not really understand the the physicality, the
Yes.
physical aspect of being shut down. It's emotionally frustrating, and the way that the body responds is that it simply holds the breath.
Mm.
As soon as we hold the breath, we stop the critical exchange of the most vital life force flowing through our body. We shut down physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And all of those three processes is, I believe, one of the reasons why we have so many emotional disturbances as we continue to grow into our adult years. So we have to help people to see that the aspect of breath, the aspect of it as a life force. Without it, the forces of life change.
I want
So
to
we have
veggie
to
on that one.
change the way we breathe to be able to change our lives.
I want to interject right there, because while you were talking, this came up in that conversation. Infants, well, let's just say, in the womb, that child can sense the mother. When the mother is stressed or trauma, the child will come out that way because of knowing, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
And so
definitely.
when you're stressed and that cortisone goes high and those chemicals, okay, Mira, I need you up here. Long Haul COVID Association, you still here to make sure I'm speaking right. The cortisone will travel through that mother and go straight to that child.
Go to the child, that's right.
And then the baby come out like the way you talk about your grandchild. Because the grandchild experienced something while it was in the womb.
Right. Rachel, they have, there's been a study of the birth size of children who grow around areas of violence, trauma, and pain, confusion, fear. Okay? The children are coming out underweight in certain areas of the country in which they did these studies.
Yes.
And it's on the internet. Look it up. It's very real that children have also had cognitive challenges.
Yes.
From those same areas where they spoke later.
Yes.
They walked later. Okay.
Yeah.
They had more emotional disturbances that turned later perhaps into depression and or anger. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's an extremely revealing study. Another study is that the children of mothers who are brought into the world by cesarean birth. Can you imagine the poor little baby in the womb, just sucking up the air from the sucking up air from the mother's water, right? And all of a sudden, here comes the knife into the sac, opening up the sac so that the baby can be pulled out.
Wow.
Now, imagine the trauma that child experiences. And there has been studies about cesarean birth children and how that particular trauma has been re-experienced in dreams. It's been re-experienced in flashbacks, post-traumatic stress, as well as the sense of the self-sabotage in which that fear in which the child is laying in the womb, holding their breath, and the camera has taken the picture to see the child holding their breath in the womb for fear. of the potential of a knife about to penetrate them. These studies really have to be looked at from the context as to what is going on with a society that today has the level of drug addiction, drinking, smoking, overeating, overindulging in so many different ways in which we are constantly finding ways to push down our pain, our frustration, our traumas, our post-traumatic stress situations.
That's deep.
Obviously, that we have to come to a clear, more what we would call new approaches
Yes.
to raising children, to
Yes.
early childbirth, to helping the child as they are developing as they're in the developmental processes in the womb, so that they can feel safe.
Yes.
So mothers who are planning their pregnancies to then be able to have a good vacation, they need to really look at this.
Yes.
They need to really think about, well, if I plan my vacation, that means they're going to take my baby. Then what would be the consequences of their taking the baby? If I didn't have to do that, the baby could come through naturally and avert some of those consequences of a cesarean birth. Now, if you have to, that's a different subject. That's a different issue. But the increase of young women literally planning with their doctor's approval.
Yes.
For cesarean birth. See, that's what I mean. That we have to really rethink.
That's a whole thing right there by itself.
We got to rethink what's happening with a society that allows us to alter the natural course of a natural pregnancy.
This young lady.
It's also something that comes through the womb. I don't know if it's called MR or MP or something. Maybe the sisters will know that. But there's a chemical hormonal exchange that also comes through the womb that our children are denied. And so, I mean, on and on and on. Again, we've got to really recognize we're a society. We got a lot of unfortunate situations that happen to our people that could be averted by just having the greater understanding of how these consequential circumstances impact our breathing, and how then our breathing then has lifelong consequences.
Now let me ask you this, because while you were talking, the biblical court, because I thought of this young lady who showed her natural birth. She did it in her bathtub, right? But they kept the biblical cord attached to the child. They didn't cut it.
They didn't cut it, yes.
They did not cut it because of the nutrients is still passing to the child.
The oxygen flow is still flowing into the child. So compared to an abrupt ending of that oxygen flow by just cutting the cord very quickly after the child has come into the world.
Yes.
So again, think of the environment of a child coming forth into the world. They are in a liquid environment that is infused with oxygen, life force.
Whoa.
Okay?
Yeah.
Instead, that life force directly is infused into their system through the umbilical cord. Okay? That's their what do you say, the connection. Right.
Yeah.
That's their lifeline. Okay.
Yes. Right? Okay. Because
that umbilical cord. If you've ever been around, and I've been blessed to be around several births, a number of them, I have actually seen the child go, because now all of a sudden they have to get the life force energy of the oxygen now, not from a wet environment,
Yeah.
but from a dry air environment. Not a wet water oxygenated environment, but a dry air quality environment. In mostly hospitals, right?
Yes, yes.
The hospitals with no windows and air conditioning and dust and all kinds of pollutants because of all the various
pollution.
the fibers within all of the walls and the furniture, the upholstery, all has all of these toxic chemicals. Okay, so all of those are the factors that our children are born into. And then you have the doctors, the nurses. They're all trying to do the very best that they can, but very efficiently. They cut the cord, they wrap the baby up. Sometimes they take the baby away from the mother. I mean, all of these are natural conditions. So when the baby is born in what we're calling lotus births, births where mothers are either having the child in the tub of water. So as they come through, they come from the water environment right into a water environment.
Right.
Which makes the transition a lot easier on the child.
Yes.
So the first trauma is not their first breath in a dry condition.
And the kids are so wonderful. She had all her kids natural birth, and they believe in natural eating and positive environment. I love this couple. They're young, and they didn't come from that environment. Now trust me, he came from the hood, but yes, and then God dealt with him, and he changed his life. And instead of, since he had a street sense, he used it with his common sense to make a better lifestyle. He took his money, invested in stock, and took that and started doing his own research on natural herbs and stuff, and made his own little solution again through COVID, before COVID happened, to heal your immune system naturally. And their skins are pretty. The wife, she take what he gives her, and she turned everything like into a mansion, and I'm just saying, they are a great example of how to treat each other like kings and queens in your home. And the children knows about economics and all this stuff. They're brilliant children, and they eat natural. They haven't eaten no junk food, nothing.
They don't eat a bunch of junk.
No,
they really don't.
But I got it.
I'm
Go ahead.
so excited to be able to share that. We talk always about we are what we eat. So we're back to oxygen again. Making that effort to eat that good oxygenated food. Fruits, vegetables, less fried food, less heavy cooking.
Exactly. Okay. Now, see, I'm getting hungry now. I'm getting a hungry spin.
We got to get back to that aspect of the oxygenation of our body. Also, I've said a lot of different oxygenated concepts, and we didn't say much about food. Very very much part of the same paradigm. We must eat naturally because we are what we eat.
And she's excellent chef.
Long haul COVID it's time to really look at how to bring more oxygen into your body. Start at least first with the breath, our first food. Start secondly, make certain you get the adequate amount of that liquid oxygen, the
Yes.
water. And then definitely increase the oxygenation of the body with the foods that have still a closer source to their oxygen source, which would mean hopefully if you can grow your own food, yes.
Yes.
You can use pots right on your porches.
Yep.
Right, it's
Like
a good
me.
one for that. You can use the pots right on your porch and have a porch, what we say, a pot garden. And another girlfriend, she got some of the most beautiful kale and tomatoes growing right out of pots.
Yes.
Right in, right on. They're not in the ground; they're in the pots.
Yes.
And on and on. Grow your own food if you can. If you can't find time or the energy, or just maybe don't have the resources where people, people are now trying to teach gardening, but
Yes.
you might live in an area where they're not teaching gardening. Okay,
Right.
Definitely go to YouTube. Definitely go to Facebook. There's garden groups on
Yes, it is.
Facebook.
I'm
There
a
are
part
all
of
sorts
that.
of knowledge at some of the centers, rec centers, you name it, 4-H centers. People are recognizing the need to grow their own food so that we can, at the source of good nutrition, have food that is grown by
Yes.
us. And that food that is grown by us, if you ever eat an apple off of a tree, or a tomato that has just fallen off of a tree, you will know the difference between the taste of food that has just left its oxygen source.
Yes.
The roots are filled with the oxygen of the life force going into that food.
Yes.
Once you taste live food like that that's just fallen off of a tree, or that you pulled off of the tree yourself, it's hard to go back to eating the food.
It's
from
juicier,
the store.
it's sweeter.
It's sweeter,
Yes.
juicier. I mean, you just
Oh,
melt in
my
your
God.
mouth, goodness, right?
Yeah,
and you feel the energy.
Yes.
You feel the energy in the food.
Because I said to myself, I got to make my own burgers. Above this, I said, so I would got me some carrots, got me some onions, the potatoes. And then I said, okay, now. They said just put this together and just add one little egg to it and swivel it up and fry it. Like, what? Okay, and then somebody... Listen, y'all, here's a good recipe, but I ain't tried it yet. Take a cabbage and shred it. Add one egg to it. And whip it. And it becomes really watery, kind of like... It becomes a paste. Just those ingredients. You can put your season. But this girl tried this recipe. And you put it in a pan. And you fry it just like, a pancake.
Oh, okay.
And she flipped it over. And then you put it in the refrigerator. Let it cool off 15 minutes. Guess what it wound up being? Bread.
Like bread?
It becomes
like
bread.
Wow.
And she took that round piece and slit it in half and put her mayonnaise and her dressing in there, her tomatoes, and flipped it. And it looked just like bread.
That's interesting.
I'm going to try it myself.
Yeah, I'm going to try that myself too.
So you a bread eater. There's your bread made from a head of cabbage and one egg. It depends how many little flaps you want. But
okay,
I was impressed because it was turning. I'm like, what? Egg and cabbage?
Yeah,
You
that's
can
a real
you
interesting.
switch. It's on my Facebook post. It's on that
Really?
other.
Okay.
So I posted
Okay.
it, okay, so that people get that
Okay.
recipe and see her demonstrate it. And I said, "Well,
Hmm.
daggone it, I ain't gotta buy no bread no more."
No, you don't.
And so I'm going for spinach. I'm going for the spinach wraps.
That's a plant-based bread. I
Yeah, the
love
spinach
it.
wrap with whatever. And so
Yeah.
I wanted some chips, right? And I took the olive
Uh-huh.
oil and I cut it up into little triangles, right? The flat
Uh-huh.
bread that's made for spinach. And
Uh-huh.
I fried it up and it came out crispy. And it didn't taste
Mm.
like, girl, I feel like, I said, okay, let me find my mesquite sauce, spice. And I was in heaven. I ain't buy no more potato chips.
I love it. I love it.
I ain't buy no more potato chips. I done cream.
So that's what that's what flatbread.
That
Okay.
was flatbread, the spinach kind. They got all kinds,
Yes,
but I
okay. I'm
like the
gonna try
spinach.
that. I'm gonna try that.
And
I'm
you
gonna
know
try
what I
that.
say?
And look, Rachel, people are buying the kale chips.
Yes.
My girlfriend told me take my kale, chop it up,
Yeah.
put some olive oil on it, and put it in my toast oven. And now I
Yes.
got my kale chips.
There you go.
The idea would be always to find ways that you don't have to cook your food,
Yes.
and that secondly, at the source of good food is how quickly you are able to get this oxygen from the food
Yes.
before it gets in the market. And as it's sitting in the market, it's losing its oxygen content.
Man.
It's just like it's oozing out of it.
That's what I'm about to say.
By the time we buy it
Yep.
and take it home,
Yes.
put it in the refrigerator, and then cook it, we don't have very much nutrition.
Because I bought that potato, and so I heard some popping, oozing, like, you just opened a soda pop and it was sizzling. And I couldn't find out where that sound was coming from. And I said, I ain't put nothing in the trash can like that. I don't know where that's coming from. So then I looked on the floor. I saw some stain on the floor where I have my onions and sweet potatoes and potatoes in, right? And I was like, okay, let me move this out of the way and mop the floor. Then I heard something again. I said, oh my God. And I started seeing the potato foaming in the crack of the potato, spewing out this white stuff. And I had to go run, get my camera, to videotape it, right? By the time I got back, it started sizzling, but the white stuff was still there, so I just took a picture of it. I said, what brand of potatoes did I get? I am not ordering that no more. Oh, heck no. I ain't eating that. And I threw the rest of it away. Bumped this. I don't know what that was. I ain't never seen a potato bust open like that, like it had diarrhea. White diarrhea. You laughing at shit.
You got me cracking up over here. Wow.
I'm telling you, that freaked me
Where
out.
did you get that from?
I don't like no dirty floor for real, but I couldn't find out where it was coming from. My onion was fine, my sweet potato was fine. And then I looked and saw like I had 5 potatoes. And then I said, I moved the thing, and then next thing I know, I heard it again. But y'all, you gotta be careful where you buy stuff from.
Yes, you do. You gotta be careful.
You gotta find out where that source is, because
that's right. That's right. So we really encourage people that if they're not going to grow their own food,
yes,
hopefully they'll be near a garden. I love where we live in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. There's a number of gardens that have grown. I have thoroughly developed a new habit. On Saturday mornings, I get to go to a garden and pull the tomatoes off the vines, get my peppers, get my kale, get my greens, my collards, my kale, my
Girl,
collards, my chard,
you
all of
gotta
these
come
at
get
my
me.
local garden. So if you can hopefully be close to a garden, you can get food from its original source where you can have this experience. Again, oxygen is the key to a vital life. It permeates in all aspects of our life, from
Yes.
our environment, of course, through the nutritional sources, through
Uh-huh.
the organic essential oil sources as our medicines, through
Yeah.
the water sources, through the clothing that we wear.
Oh yeah.
Attempt to get away from the unnatural fibers, instead wear oxygenated types of fibers like silks and cottons and wools. Okay,
Oh.
all of the natural sources of breathable fabrics compared to polyesters and spandex and all
Yes.
these other types of
I'm
man-made
glad you brought
acrylics.
that up.
They don't breathe. They don't breathe.
I
They
gotta
don't
get
breathe. hmm Every aspect of what we're talking about is about becoming, I think, a breathologist, a person who sees how breath
yes.
permeates every aspect of your life and begin to slowly try these new alternative ways of living and thinking and sharing to our communities,
Mm-hmm.
primarily to our children,
Mm-hmm.
but to change the way in which we see the world, from a breath-related world to a world that is alive because of the breath, compared to a world in which most of what we connect with has already stopped being alive. A lot of dead food, a lot of
Yes.
dead living, a lot of stale, toxic environments.
Yes.
That's what's taking us through to early deaths. And we say it's wonderful to live a long life, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to live a long life in which I'm healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I advocate this way of living. It has made such a difference in the quality of my life.
Yes.
Let's all strive to have this level of the quality of our life. Efficient breathing starts it, but it reaffirmed that people will go beyond and continue to make every aspect of their life a life filled with the aliveness
Yes.
that everything about breath, everything about oxygen, everything
Yes.
about the life force that is life. Let's develop a life sustaining practice.
Yes.
Yes, a life sustaining practice, and get away from all of this dead stuff that we're connected to on a regular basis.
I see that Amira had made some statements when we talk about the mother and the child in the womb. She says stress can affect both the mother and child. Then she stated said stress affect health and wellness in long haulers. Another key component to health and wellness is reducing stress. And she's right. Them cortisol that I was telling you, it
Right,
it
right.
affect us easily,
Yes,
real quick.
yes.
And
And
go ahead.
yeah, and it's it's cortisol, it's epinephrine, it's about 4 or 5 different hormonal releases that
Mhm.
come from from stress itself. And the excessive hormonal releases is what stays into the body that ends up elevating the pressure, that ends up pushing the heart rate, that ends up overtaxing the body's systems to be able to manage them.
Yes.
And so again, this is where our breathing helps to push those hormonal releases through the bloodstream and through the and literally through the pores of our skin.
Yes.
You know, through our bowels.
Through the largest organ.
And shifts the energy of stress hormones, right? I have a hard time pronouncing it. Actylane, let me not even try to do it because I'm messing it up. Right. That's the other one, and of course, adrenaline.
Yes.
Adrenaline. We get the adrenaline rush constantly.
Yes.
Which, you know, and we talk about the cortisol bellies, you know, we all have them.
Yeah.
all of these stress hormones. And so, yes, the more we're able to breathe, we're able to manage the stresses outside of ourselves. But at the same time, the way that we breathe also increases the ability of the body to have a certain resistance to external stresses. So, you know, I'd spend a lot of time just kind of like laughing and breathing through and managing my breath.
Yes.
So that I can like, if I feel that my body is experiencing a symptom of stress, then I'm able to kick in a breath technique of almost. Well, let's say this. If I just deep breathe, that right there is going to start. But, you know, there's some other techniques that actually de-stress breath, the conscious connected breath, alternate nostril breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Alternate nostril breathing. I remember Miss Clinton, when she was running for the presidency, that's what she advocated. She said, I'm doing alternate nostril breathing, I heard her say on a show. And it is just keeping me so relaxed. I said, go ahead, Miss Clinton. Yes, indeed. You have really found the key to the kingdom. I mean, you know, if we can even just on a day-to-day basis manage the stress. The stress in itself is critical to make certain that we push the stress out of our lives. Breathe through it so we can get to it.
It's truly needed. It's truly needed. It's vital for all of us, you know. That's where everything shuts. What I'm talking about. That's everything because it's breathing, the plants and everything. I forgot what the chemical is from the universe all the way down to us. We all have it. I want to say in some. It's 3 letters, but we all have it. Amir, you still out here? So you can explain that? I don't see her here yet.
I love it.
I love science. I love science, you know. But she I don't know.
I love it.
Oh, she said, "Can you repeat your question?" Okay, Mira. Is a particular chemical, I guess that's what I should say, that from the universe, everything that habits the universe and the earth, etc., has the same, I want to say DNA, but it's a piece of it. We all vibrate. It's an energy thing. From the plants to human beings to the animals, everything has this particular, it's 3 initials. Let's see if she knows what I'm talking about. I want to begin. I think it begin with an N, E-A or E-N-A-E. I don't remember what it is, but we all connected though. We are all connected with this thing, and everything has life with this.
I'm trying to think. Well, maybe that's why I've been encouraged to call the work with the breath a life force,
Yes.
because that life force is in everything. The African saying that everything that has life has breath,
Yes.
and everything that is of life breathes. So you're right. The plants,
The energy.
the mother, all of the animals, all of the fishes, all of the birds, all of Mother Nature in every form and fashion. Look, I had to tell somebody recently, look, even the garbage, if you throw a bunch of garbage and listen to it, it's burping, it's
Yes.
breathing.
Gases.
It's breathing.
It created
Like,
that gas like that potato.
yeah, just like that potato. Just like that potato.
Girl,
That's right.
I was too done with that potato now. And check your eggs too. She said
That's
yes.
right. And everything
She said
that is of
micro
life breathes.
fibers
Yeah,
are
so
breathing.
lovely.
Yes.
I think it's 9:51.
Yeah,
I think
Lord.
I may need to shift gears. I got an early morning. I get up at 4
Thank you.
a.m.
Oh, well,
And I see, because I will talk on and on and on. I am so
Girl.
passionate about this work, and I'm just so grateful that you all have been willing to listen to me and Rachel, and we just been having a good time talking about something so essential. And I do hope that it has been time well spent for you.
yes.
I've learned a lot. I'm even more impressed with the work of the organization, the association, and its potential to make such a big, vital difference in the world.
Yes.
And I'm always impressed with my dear friend Rachel Pope. Who's made such a commitment. She could be doing all this healing work all by herself and not share it with a soul.
Yes.
But she has taken on the task of
Yes.
educating others. And for that, I'm even more impressed by her work and her effort. I am, Rachel. I am, because, I know that there's times you don't feel getting up to do any of this.
Yeah.
But you make yourself do it. So, of course, I have to be really, really impressed to see the outcome of how your work is really making a difference. I'm ever so grateful that I have a friend like you, who, no matter what, despite her illnesses, she's still pushing forward. And she's, taking a lot of people with her. So I thank you very, very much.
And I thank you for acknowledging that. But it took a while, trust me, because I was oh God, I'm about to cry. Calm down, Rachel. I had a hard time coming on the live.
Sure.
Because I couldn't talk like I used to.
Sure.
And
sure.
I lost all the hair. My image at that time went down. My self-esteem was low. And I was getting gaslit and not getting the proper help that I needed. And to see, my king, when he first got it, the whole story of both of us surviving this thing. And still today, he's still pushing, and it's a task. And everybody don't know my story, but if you go look at the previous post, about stalkers, and we were affected by that, and our whole world turned upside down in a matter of seconds. And I ain't been stalked. This ain't the first time. I'm still being stalked as I'm speaking with y'all now. And I'm holding myself up, say, oh, heck to the no. Because I know better.
Yeah.
I know how to react to things and stuff and not go overboard and make myself worse. So I've been truly tested But as
Yeah.
you stated, stay focused, and I did.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
this concept came to me to say, what the heck? That's all I have to do.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, wait a
Mhm.
minute now. Um, just because one person turned me down years ago don't mean that everybody gonna turn me
Mhm.
down. And
Mhm.
I started calling people to see, you want to be a part of this if I put it out there? And you say yes.
Mhm.
All my old people say
Mhm.
yes. And then I approach the
Mhm.
new people, they're saying yes. And I combined together. And then
Mhm.
out of nowhere, someone called me, said that they would
Mhm.
support and get it started. Now,
Mhm.
that's why y'all see the GoFundMe and you see the Cash App. Because I'm one of the
Mhm.
artists
Mhm.
that before this happened, I was one of the artists that I had support group that sustained
Cool.
me of my daily living so that I could go and do what I'm doing like I'm doing now. And so this
Mhm.
is why y'all see this going on, but now it's added extra because of my health. And so anyway, I got to start all over again, and here we are. And I appreciate
Yeah.
you saying that, sister, and supporting me
Yeah.
and sticking by
Yeah.
me in the vision
Sure.
of my
Yes.
purpose here to be that beacon of light of hope.
Yes.
This hope,
Yes.
love,
Yeah.
and unity.
Yeah.
Okay? We need to come together
Yes.
as a community. And like you said
Mm.
earlier, we do. Those that uh, believe in unity and kindness. Okay, we were
Yes.
discussing this earlier. I call it the happy gene. Even a mirror got the happy gene, you know. So
Mhm.
we not caught up in the worldly things. Let's just say that, and be
Mhm.
distracted. Okay, so we try to
Mhm.
find like mind people to be a part of the community. If you're out there, please go to my link at my bio, and also go to Long Haul COVID Association, and also go to Ayo Me Joy on TikTok and subscribe and follow them. Build up
Yeah.
their followers, please. Y'all need to follow them, and so they can come up here on and do their lives. Okay,
All
because
right.
they need to be up here, y'all. And
Thank
I
you so
appreciate you,
much.
Ayo, and this was
Thank
therapy
you.
for me
Thank
tonight,
you.
you
Oh,
know.
good. Good.
So you
Good.
guys, we get ready to turn this, hate to do it, but we get ready to turn it down until
Okay.
next time, you know, and
Yeah.
we gotta get a date for her to come back
Mm.
over here and
All right.
do part two and address
Yeah.
those
Well,
things that
actually,
I said.
I guess it might actually be part three, you think?
Part three,
Because,
yeah, tonight. Well, let's just hold
yeah,
on.
because it's part two,
Wait a
yeah,
minute,
so
wait a
probably
minute.
have
Let's
to be
say,
part three.
let's wait. Let's make sure they don't cancel me because I got that red thing going
Oh,
on.
okay.
Then we'll
Oh,
know
okay.
if
Well,
it's going to be a
yeah.
part
Well,
two or
we
three.
gonna claim no. You're not gonna cancel her. We're not. We
Yeah,
determined
TikTok.
you're not getting canceled.
Exactly, because
Wow.
this is good, vital information, and y'all can use it too.
Yeah, I'm
I,
telling them right now.
that
Do not
robot
cancel
need to
this
stop.
show.
Right.
That's right. That's
Robot, go
right.
somewhere else, because this ain't the
Right.
place. This is not the
And
place.
look, if they make an effort, let's make certain that everybody in your audience knows about it so we can
Oh,
write
I'll
in
make a
and
post.
demand that a show like this
Bring
be
it back
made
up.
available to the community. That's right.
Thank you, because
Yeah.
once a
Yeah.
real human being get to hear this, then they'll bring it back on.
I sure hope so.
Well, you know
Mm-mm.
what? Uh, before I even hit in, I'm going to hit the word restriction and see what they say again, because last time I ain't see nothing.
Okay.
When I was trying to
Okay.
peel it, it was blank. I like,
Okay.
but anyway, y'all, on a good note, Next Wednesday, again, good news. I don't know who's coming up yet because it's a new month. But please,
Okay.
we try to raise
Okay.
this money by the end of the month with the GoFundMe. Y'all, because
Okay.
I got all these good prizes in here because the boxes are worth, I'd say $50 up to $300. It's six of them
Mm.
mystery boxes we have to do the spin the
Mm.
wheel. If we meet that goal, is the goal. It's last time I counted was 9,000 something for me to go and get my mouth done because my insurance don't cover these things. Oh, and Baxter is here. He's the next guest. He's a comedian, a motivator. He said, I
Uh-huh.
need help too. And Baxter need help too. Y'all go
Mm-hmm.
and do his Cash App on his platform as well because he's
Okay.
helping his mom who's in ICU down south.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Okay. All
yeah, we got
right.
to support him as well. So you
Okay.
guys, I can't believe he showed up right when we go to exit.
Oh, well, I'm
But
glad he showed up.
he showed up, girl. He showed up. I'm like, what? He
Yeah,
gonna
he
show
showed up.
up?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
He put his Cash App in the comments, y'all. He got his Cash App in there. Because he
All
needs some help with
right.
that daggone phone of his. And he been restricted too. I can't even share. I can't share
Mm,
anymore right now.
mm,
And they ain't even telling me
mm.
why. He said,
That's
here I
interesting.
go. Let me see if he can come in. Let's see. We have the breathologist in here. See, sometimes, because they wouldn't let me invite.
Mm.
They wouldn't. Let's see if he able to come in and say something. We have Sister Ayo on my other phone here. Uh, uh, I just sent you an invite. Are you able to come on my guest? And yes, he's coming. He's very spiritual. Loves the Lord. He been through some stuff too now. Oh my God, he have an excellent story to share to the public. Pastor,
Good evening.
did you hear? Good evening. Can you hear us, Sister Aya?
I heard one little something, but then it cut off.
Okay, he's here. Thank you for coming in and the guest.
You're welcome.
You said welcome.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
I heard a deep throaty something.
Okay, here she goes.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Sister Ayo. She's a legend, Baxter, and she believe in laughter. She's a comedian herself, and she traveled the world, Baxter.
Hello, you both of you beautiful queens. Hello. God bless you and
Okay.
let's get it.
He said, "Let's get it." I don't think I'm gonna end this since he's
Yeah, cause
he
cause it's finna go down.
getting ready.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, he said, "It's getting
It's
ready to go
definitely
down."
finna go down.
He said definitely, but Aya gotta go. She gotta get up in the morning.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You need to
go
get 30
and
minutes of this.
I just my parting word is nice meeting you, brother. And we are certifying breathologists October the 4th, 5th, and the 6th. We have a silent retreat coming up October I guess that's the 12th, 13th, and 14th, the Columbus Day weekend, and I will be part of the what is it called? The
National.
month long anti-violence month, created by the
Don't go nowhere,
Sisters
Baxter.
for Positive Change,
Yes.
and we will be teaching how to uh, breathe and meditate. so
Okay.
that we are able to go within, and especially to be used as a conflict resolution technique for peace. So you can see all of the calendar activities. Probably I'd say about a weekend we'll have everything listed for our upcoming events. And again, continue to breathe better, to live better. Go to the website, breathe along with me, open 24/7 anytime. Just come online and breathe along with me. And
Got you.
let's change the world one breath at a time, as there's
Yes.
power in the breath. And I'm affirming that you'll take advantage of every opportunity to feel your own power by simply changing the way that you breathe,
You ain't
so
never
that
lie.
that power can be felt, seen, and shared.
I appreciate you, sister,
I
and
like that.
I
Too.
love
You like
you. Yeah, he loved
that?
that. And
Thank you.
Master, we have the video on my YouTube channel. So okay, so you can catch up. Oh, Sister Ayo, and she's gonna come back for the next part. But thank you. I'm not gonna hold you
All
anymore
right,
because I know
dear.
you got it
All
early.
right.
Thank you
And I
so
love
much.
you.
I love you too.
I love you very much. Bless you. Bless all of the organizational leaders and constituents of this
Yes.
effort. And just breathe better to live better. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Okay. Peace and love.
Blessings and peace.
Okay. All right. Oh my God, that was a wonderful session right there. Yay. And here come the next session is with Mr. Baxter.
Yeah, we finna blow it up.
I guess this is the fun part of before
Hmm.
I end this. I needed it anyway. I needed this anyway. I said, "What the heck? Oh Lord, we ain't going nowhere now."
Nah, we ain't finna go nowhere.
Because I didn't think you would be able to come on because I would have a problem sharing and inviting people. I couldn't see the invite.
Nah, anytime I see that you really trying to help me, I'm gonna help you. You know what I'm
Oh, you're
saying?
so sweet.
And it's like the situations that's going on now is very detrimental for me to try to actually reach out and get help from people because I really don't like to ask nobody for nothing. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You
yes,
know,
I
but
know.
it's getting worse now. And
Yeah,
thing about it is, I'm not about to break. You can beat
yes.
me on the situation, but that don't mean I'm finna break on it.
Thank you.
You know,
That's what I was saying
because there's
earlier.
power in the word of prayer.
Thank you very much. Very much. Yes. A mirror is a mirror in the house. Let me check and see who's in here. Because they trying to restrict my video.
Yeah, they restricted mines today twice.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They hate the truth.
They do. That IO, not IO, the AI pick up on certain things and certain words that you say.
Yeah,
And then until a human being see your appeal, and then that's when you get your response, right? But right now, ever since they let that AI loose, it don't gone crazy.
yeah.
For the smallest little thing.
They be asking me to create my videos with that, and I be like, nah,
Uh,
nah,
exactly.
nah.
Create your own. Let it be
You're not
be
gonna monitor
authentic.
my stuff. God didn't give me permission to let you do nothing up on here.
Thank you. Exactly. Oh, okay. So I see Wayne. Wayne, you still here? Find a mirror. We about to blow this thing up.
Yeah, cause it's finna go in.
We need to tap, tap, tap. Bring in more people. I don't know where this is going. I really don't have no clue. But it's gonna be all good.
Hmm.
It's gonna be all good. But I really have been appreciating your materials, And like I was just telling Sister Ayo, I'll focus on next month of who's gonna come in because Amira supposed to be in tonight, but she had technical difficulties. So I
Okay.
didn't want her to worry. But I said we're gonna focus on next month. I had to reach some people that I told to pick a date, and you're the first one. And look here, you showed up.
Yeah, I had to. I
I
know you
said
looking
I
out for
need
me.
a date, Basta.
I know you looking out for me and trying to make sure me and my mom straight. I got a
Yeah.
topic tonight that's gonna blow it off the roof. I wish I dare any man to come up on here tonight. Yeah, from man to man, not
Uh,
woman to woman.
Ooh, Lord have mercy, Jesus! I'll tell you, these subjects, your content, it has totally improved, and I enjoy that because it's needed. It's
Hmm.
truly needed. Um, you have vital information to share to the world from your experiences, and it is some deep stuff. And you
Yes,
be on
ma'am.
point with it because the funny thing about it is that some people have come to me for me to listen to because I'm an empathic listener. So I don't do much talking. I just
Yeah,
listen without judging. Okay. And every time when you come in there with that with your post, I said, "How did he know? They just got off the phone saying this stuff." And I said, "Oh my God!" And so what I do is I go send it. I be sharing your stuff to the people that need to hear that advice.
yeah. They
Now
gonna get it.
overshared. Now punished. Now I can't share nothing.
Yeah, they violated me today, and I had already screenshotted it and showed it to people. They was like, "Yeah, somebody don't like you." I said, "There's somebody who don't like God. That's who it is.
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. But I got my calendar right here, so you want to pick a date?
Whatever date's good with you, let me know. I mean, gather them all together because it's something. It's something about the men. Because see, I got to reach the men first, because it ain't the women that need to be reached. The woman's straight. It's the men.
Yeah,
It's the men because see, you want to put it all on that woman, but that woman didn't ask for you to do them things you done to her.
yeah.
I wish they would come on up in here. They ain't gonna like me.
Don't ban me off my side.
I ain't gonna get you, man. I ain't gonna say nothing out the way, but
Oh,
I'm gonna touch them though. I got to, cause I used to be them.
Lord.
I used to be them. You know
I'm
what I
gonna have to
mean?
make this a part two. I gotta split this video up.
Yeah, you better split this. Cause it's going. I'm telling you, I don't know who it is.
You can go ahead and say it because
I
I
don't
can
know
take
who
this
it
part.
is that's coming up on here. But if you on here, you need to stay on up here. Cause I'm about to start talking about it with just one or two people in the house. I don't even care.
What
God didn't look.
what you got to say? You got to get it out.
Yeah, God didn't say I needed a million of people to hear what I got to say. It take two of us to share this live with 15 to 20 people and watch what God do.
Well, okay, so everybody that's up here listening, uh, please tap the screen to bring more people in to view what the man has to say to the
Yeah, I'm gonna
other
tap
men.
with you. Let's get it.
We got to tap the screen, bring more people in to come hear the word.
Here you go. I'm tapping it like it's nothing.
Come hear the word, y'all. Wayne, tap the screen. Get your wife a mirror. Go get her. Tell her come on in here. Help
Come
us to
on up
share.
in here.
Come on in here. We supported each other now. Yep, we could. See, I don't even see myself tap. Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah, you know they're gonna restrict the truth.
You know what? Let me just hit restriction because
They don't like. Hey,
I hit restriction to appeal it, and then when it showed up, it was nothing up there. It was blank, and it wouldn't even do anything. And then I said, "Okay, all right then." That's the AI.
yeah, it is.
You don't know what to say. What are you restricting me from? I said this is my video, and the person on the phone is in the video, and so am I. How you gonna restrict me from my own video on my own
They
channel?
want to regulate something and act like they want to actually make us do what we want to do, but it ain't the truth and it hurts you. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe you don't need people like us up on here.
Yep, we go ahead and create our own app
That's what that's gonna be.
so we can say what we need to say for the Lord.
That's right.
No restriction. Okay. Anybody out there heard that? Okay, better give me a percentage.
I heard it.
You confirm it. You confirm it. Woo, this gonna be deep. I know it's coming.
I had saw a lot of them that had invited me, right? Like to their live, but it was Sharon Brown,
Uh-huh.
something like that, Lavetta or something. And I really I don't mind going on it live or anything, but like when you start talking outside of God, hey,
Well, see, that's what happens.
like I don't mind listening and getting into it, but like I had gave them a valuable piece of information.
Yeah.
And it was a test, and they didn't even know that I was testing them. Right.
Right.
So I told them that, the spirits that evolve around us in this world is some of the same spirits that are looking for a home to roam in because they don't have any other homes to go to because most of them homes that they broke down ran to God. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's finna go down. Yeah, you better
Wait
you better get them up
a
here,
minute
cause
now. I just
I'm,
talked about that.
I'm finna tell you. Hey, look, if you just talked about that, then we're on the same page.
Yeah,
And
because like I was okay, Rachel, right? Tears away. Because Sister Ayo was thanking me and sharing a little of my history because we go a long ways. She helped me through the cancer, and the thing was coming out of my armpit. I was sharing that story. Anyway, we were at a convention center where we were helping people to breathe and correct their breathing, right? And then next thing you know, the people that believe my story saw I lift my arm up and they saw this big thing coming out of me. And I acted like, it didn't hurt because of me, the breathing technique plus the oil she used on me. And the thing was shifting, trying to go to the back of my back. So with that said, I told her she was proud of me doing my program that we have here called Good News. And she says that I give a lot even while I'm hurting. I see you, Palmer. But we ain't here playing games tonight. This is about good news. It's a program that I'm doing. But anyway, what I about to say? Oh, the challenges. You were talking about the spirits attacking, and when you know better, you will kick them out, right? And then they go somewhere else that nobody don't know any better, right? What happened to you? You on pause, Baxter.
it must be there.
That what is to talk
It
about?
must be there.
Okay, that's
And see,
okay.
look
What
what
you're
it's
gonna have
doing
to
now.
do? Cut it off and come back on. You got to refresh.
Hey, it's finna blow up. That's why. That's the enemy. He doing whatever he can.
So you need to come back out. Go out and come back in. Yeah, Palmer. What that KK mean? You talking to somebody? Yeah, this is my program that I'm running, and I have special guests as a part of the program in the guest room. This is part two. Can you hear me now, Baxter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just letting Palmer know he's a good old friend too from abroad.
Okay, so he from cross states.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Greetings to you, my brother.
Another country.
Greetings to you, my brother.
Yeah, but he's oh, I know what that means now. So anyway, he been through some health challenges himself, and he's a gamer up here. When they do the damn, what do they call it? I went blank. The battles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started out being a sniper. I call myself the sniper in the battles.
Oh, I never played that.
I got like 3,000 people following me within 2 days within the weekend,
What?
but I didn't play it. I wouldn't support as a sniper and make people win.
Oh, okay.
And that's a different angle.
Yeah,
And
it
I had
is.
more people following me because they would want me to come and support their battles. That's
Oh,
how that
wow.
that's how I got that within those couple of days, and people got to see what I did back in the past, and they were liking me transforming my face and makeup and stuff.
That's
That was at the
good.
beginning, so that's why my numbers are high,
That's good. That's real good.
and I enjoyed it. That was when I had money coming in.
They don't want my numbers to get high on here.
Right? They keep taking you down.
Man,
Oh
every
my
time
goodness!
every time I come on here, I'm getting violated. I
Look,
got violated for
I gotta share something with you though, because there are certain things you gotta articulate it in a different kind of way
okay.
to prevent you being violated. Because and then like uh, what's the word I was? You can't smoke anything in front of the camera and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know about that. Trust me, I know about that one.
And then if we talking about Sorona, you had to create a different name. I hope
Oh
you
yeah.
got that catch. Okay, so right,
Oh, I dig that. I can understand.
you see what I'm
And
saying?
yeah,
So
I read exactly right through what you're trying to say. The Sorona and all of that.
okay, so we gotta reword it, but we still talking about what you want to talk about, but to
Yeah.
be creative that way. You think someone's gonna be violated, is switch it up.
I know one thing I don't like that they think that a lot of people ain't aware of is the fact that what gets me is if you promote their products
Oh yeah, I heard.
and
That's
it's
right.
yeah, man, I'm about that's gonna look, baby. That's about to be the next subject. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know. Tell me how you got 6,980 people viewing
Woo.
that product, and you telling me ain't now one of them bought that product?
Exactly right.
No, the devil
It,
is a lie.
and you're not the only one.
That is wild.
You're not the only one going through that part right there. Because I heard some other people complaining about it, being up there
Yeah,
doing
I'm
that
gonna make a
too.
video about it. I'm about sick of them. It don't. It's time for a video.
Yeah, because you show your numbers and compare to somebody else. What's wrong with this picture here? Go in the back. You know what to do.
I
Come on.
don't know how to like actually make my background instead of me being on live. I can put the picture up there and make the background where I can talk about that issue because they got it. It's a way, and they was like, well, because everybody know. It's a lot of people that know that you manage me. You know what I'm saying?
You're funny.
Yeah, because I'd be like, there go the Pope, and
he,
that's my
he been
manners.
putting me out there, y'all.
I don't care.
I
Look,
I just give him advice. I'm trying to manage my endurance.
I'd be like, yeah, and that's the Pope, and yeah, that's my manager. So
The
like
real one.
the real one, So,
But oh my God. Okay.
so
What's my
like
water is so I can drink some water before I get choked?
I wanted to know was there any way, right, where I could like instead of being on there, because I seen some people do lives with the picture background,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to learn that.
You see what I'm doing, Don. You see what I'm doing.
And you better drink. You're gonna need that water.
I got
Drink.
the water. I thought I had another bottle here,
Hello,
but
Brandon Boom and Sam. Hello, beautiful people. Come on
what,
up in here.
you see them people. Where they at?
I
Sam
s-
said,
it say Brandon Boone,
I see that person.
Palmettos. I see him.
Okay, maybe I
I'm trying to
did.
get them on up in here. Hey, come on. Ain't nobody going on. Come on up in here. Cause hey, it's gonna be popping. You might as well, come on. We finna be popping for
Wait a
Jesus.
minute.
Come on up
Wait a
in here.
minute. You can't show your face?
I can't even share this.
No, can you show your face?
I push that button, it won't do it.
Wait a minute. Okay, hold up.
Cause
Oh, you restricted.
yeah. I
What?
told you I was restricted. They
Dang.
got me today.
What the Lord have mercy,
I
Jesus?
tried to tell you.
Yeah, you did, but they know they got you like that.
Man, they tried to tighten
'Cause
me
I
up.
know you got the numbers.
They tightened me up to the point where I can't accept
Man, that's
nobody.
messed up. What the heck did you say?
I went in today for real.
You went
I
in
really
on
did.
them?
And the topic was the what did I do?
You funny.
The mm, the act of division.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Woo-wee.
would do it. That would do it.
And it
That
was
would
talking
do
about how to divide the negatives upon the positives. And
it.
and it went
Oh
crazy.
yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. You ain't gonna
Yeah, it
take
went
me
crazy.
down with it.
Cause the men didn't like it. I was like, you're the ones that support the division of a woman and a man because the things that you carry yourself, the things that you allow yourself to do amongst that woman, you divide both of you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And it had went into the point of saying that upon that division, it goes even further to separate you because now one of you was
Ooh.
willing to put God in the middle.
Ooh.
Hey
Ooh.
boy, oh my God.
Okay, can I elaborate?
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
I will elaborate what my mama taught me, and this pertains to hairstyle. Hairstyle. So, you know, when you twist your hair, it's just two strands. One represent you, and the other represent the man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it unravels easily. When you're creating a plait cornrow, you're using three strands. You have to have God in between the both of you. And when you plait it together, it stays together.
See, that right there was very well put. That should go on a plaque. You know that. You need to embed that in one of them stalls up there by Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So they can hear the truth. And instead
Yeah.
of touching that star, they can touch them words. And they
Yeah.
might feel it. before
Yes.
they even think about touching that stuff.
Exactly. Because when you said, I said, ooh, oh, I remember when Mama was talking about plaiting your hair and twisting your hair.
Oh, we click.
We
You
we
best believe we got a connection.
we gotta put that God up in that joint,
That's it.
and that's the glue
That's
right
it.
there.
That's the
Man
only
gotta
thing that
love him
hold it
first and
together, baby.
foremost. He gotta be led first,
That's right. You got to
cause
put him first in everything.
I'm telling you right now, shh,
Everything. I don't
and
care if you go use the bathroom, be like, Lord, please let me make a deposit. I need to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? See, I withdraw too much. You know what I'm saying? Please help me to get this up out of me because something ain't right. Something ain't right.
I thought about a commercial you did with one of your products.
Oh, man, I think I did. I'm proud of us.
You said, pertaining to what you just said, making a deposit, because it would clean you out.
Oh, yeah, definitely. See, people hate when you're happy and you got a good spirit. They wanna bring all of it down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
I do
God.
not care what you do to me, because I already know God got me. I don't care what I go through.
I'm
I'm,
just
I'm that positive with it.
I'm just saying, cause like I told my girlfriend, you know what? That thing may close that door, but I'm telling you, the roof of the house got about to blow up, and and it did. That's how I was
Hmm.
able to get that grant because I didn't let that one door close me and deter me. I was determined. I was like, okay, let me find all my old artist friend who team up with me when I created the programs in the community, right?
Hmm.
It was that energy that God gave me. It was like I wouldn't let it go. And then I said, okay, Lord, I'm doing what I did do. I called the people, and because He gave me the clarity when I asked and put Him first. I said, I just can't get stuck with the system thing right here. Because this will take you too long, Lord. I got stuff I need to share with the people now.
Yeah,
I
they're gonna
went to
use
sleep on
God
that
finna
thing,
use
and
you.
God said, boom, 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 boom. I said,
He
what?
blessed you.
And then next thing you know, somebody came and called me out of the blue that asked me one question. Are you going to be at the Congressional Black Caucus? I said, no, I can't. Because they ain't hiring outsiders anymore. Uh, and she said, well, what you plan on doing? Well, I'm trying to get supporters for such and such and such to do it mobily for people housebound like me, you
Hmm.
know, that need entertainment, that need education, that needs the arts. And she said, girl, I got your money. She said, I'm going to start it off. Just go ahead and write your proposal. Send it to me.
Wow.
And I was like, are you for real right now? She said, yeah. And I said, what? and
That's
I
God.
and I already had it halfway written. I just had to find the rest of the people to participate. Like you. I was looking for new people because some of my other people had passed away.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless their
My senior
souls.
citizens, and that took me down a little rabbit hole for a second, and then I picked myself back up. I
I
said,
gotta I gotta like go on there tonight before it get late. Cause I had promised them a topic. And it's deep too. It's called the ugly soul. Yeah.
you gonna
Uh-huh.
go live again to speak about ugly souls?
The ugly souls. Yeah. They out here.
Look now.
I know I'm gonna have to tone it down. I know I am, but I'm gonna pray before I go up on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be
Oh
I
God.
remember my grandma used to tell me because I had got baptized at 2 weeks old. And when I got 5, they used to kind of scold me to beat me to learn how to pray, right? And when I got old enough, I say about 9 to 10, they used to tell me this right here. Don't come in this house with that ugly soul out there that made you come from the outside. I was like, what you mean? She told me them spirits outside this house.
Yeah.
And she was like, cause you can gather an ugly soul from a spirit that wants to dwell inside of you.
Yes.
And man, I
That is
thought
true.
about it. I was like, yeah, I got something for them.
That is so true. Because I got a sign at my window concerned
Mm,
about your negativity. You won't step across this door. You keep it outside. But I got some other signs up there too.
that's right.
And I went and cleansed my door on the outside, inside, blessing my home. Oh yeah, 'cause you ain't come across here. They're
You
gonna wind
gotta,
up.
you gotta bless your home.
You
You know what
have
I'm
to.
saying? Keep that prayer up in there. You doing the right
Yeah,
thing.
keeping them things out of here. And then last night, like when I used to watch wrestling, well, I still watch it, but not on my TikTok anymore because the AI want to restrict me because they see little kids, then they see the wrestling, the violation of what they say, violence and stuff and that. I said, you know what?
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was trying to create a little fan group, so I want to raise money so we can go see it live together
Yeah.
as a team, right? And so, they just kept wanting to restrict me. And I said, you know what? And we will have a bunch of fun and looking at the history of the wrestling. And, I said, enough is enough. But while I was doing that, these people like stand up 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff and say, I'm going through my healing, my healing process.
Yeah.
And I would go sleep on them.
Wow.
Because I was having facial pain and I couldn't
Okay.
talk anymore, but I was trying to hang, and then they were betting on me if I'm gonna snore or fart and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
They trying to
And
uplift
so
you.
look, and so the divine is in my house. Are you understanding?
I do.
Okay. And I was warning them that my light might come on or go off, and don't let that fret you. Because I
Yeah.
have some good spirits in my home. When that light did that, and they freaked out in the comments. Hell no, I'm out of here. And they got scared. So last night, this whole week, I've been doing a lot of cleansing, throwing a lot of stuff away that I ain't gonna use anymore. Things that's broken, throwing it away. And cleansing, like you said, like outside, inside. And my little makeup arts and crafts studio over there, I was over there the other night, and they stayed up with me while we're going through that, right? So when it came time for me to go to bed, that light, I came out of the bathroom and the light and went out. I was in pure darkness. I said, okay, I'm going to bed. Okay, bye, divine. Good night. And I said a prayer. And then next thing I heard something say, boom, 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 in the kitchen. I said,
So
I put up my stuff properly.
that's why I was finna ask you too. I know you did.
I put my food up properly. Now, who wants my attention? Who wants my attention? I go in there. The whole thing of potatoes came out of the thing that I had in the Okay, do I need to pay attention to these potatoes or not eating? What's up? Cause I'm going back to bed and say my prayer and talk to the Lord. Is it okay?
I know that's right.
So that's what I did, cause I ain't playing in here. I'm not playing. I ain't want to
Nah, at
play
all.
at all, cause I know who I is and who I belong to
That's right.
and
You
what
know
my
who
purpose
carried you.
is. And everybody else who's listening, you need to make that same relationship or whoever you believing in, but it need to be the right thing that ain't hurting you or anybody else, but helping the soul.
And I'm gonna change that too. I'm glad that's confirmation. I was waiting for you to say something on that topic I was coming with. I just said the ugly soul, and I said if she say soul again, I'm gonna change it. Yeah, that's
What you gonna
confirmation.
what you gonna change it to?
I'm gonna have to change it to. I gotta think on it. I don't want to. I
Yeah,
gotta ask him
better
for it.
worded, a better worded.
Yeah, I gotta ask him
So
for it.
won't really cut them too bad because
Nah,
it's gonna be how you gonna explain it, that touch it,
yeah,
that's gonna really pierce them
I
because
got it already.
you got it now.
It's
Because
called the topic for this evening is the release factor.
oh,
Yeah,
ooh,
and I don't even know what I know what I'm gonna say, but I got to pray before I say it.
ooh.
Yeah, I do. Better yet, I love you. Come follow me. I'm gonna have to do this. I got to. I gotta go pray right now. Go on and get up off of there. You'll get some. If you want to keep it on there and you want to join me, however, send people to my way. I'm gonna send people your way. Let's fill up both our rooms.
I'm gonna.
Anybody else that's on here that ain't got no followers, if you hear us talking, then share this live with 30 to 40 people.
Let me
Once you
tell you
share
something.
this live with 30 to 40 people and you ain't seeing no progression in sharing it, then that means that you don't want to see your progression in your own numbers. Share this live with
Ooh.
30 or 40 more people. I don't care if it's one person on here. Share it with 40 or 50 people. Once you share it with 40 or 50 people, type share in the comments, and I'm going to share your live and your profile with 70 or 80 people.
Well, I'm coming. I'm coming on
Yeah.
your side because I've been out here too
Yeah, come
long.
on up there,
But
baby,
I
because I'm
want to
finna go. I'm finna
let
go
me let
pray
me let
right
me
now.
say this before you go because I need to correct you. Every time when you see somebody come in your live, right, and it said invite, that's an automatic thing that TikTok does when somebody's coming through and looking at you. They ain't
Oh, okay.
asking for an invite, okay? And
Okay,
then when
cuz.
you say share, when you say share, okay, say the word follow the people. That's when your numbers go up when you have followers.
Okay.
Okay. It ain't the lights, when they tap, the lights goes up to so that people can come through and watch what you're doing. That's two different things.
Okay, so it will be the word follow.
Follow, yes.
I got you. I
Follow
got
to
you.
follow. That's what I was trying to share the other night. Follow
Okay.
for a follow. Yeah.
I got you. Let's go rock the set.
Okay, I got you. I'm
All right,
coming.
let's go rock it.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Peace
see
and
you on there.
blessing, everybody. Go
Thank
over
you
to
all
his
for coming up on
live.
this live. I know you don't know me, but we're going to get to know each other.
That's right. He's
And
a
God bless you.
comedian. He's coming in next month, y'all.
That's right. Expect
Okay.
it.
Love, love you guys. I'm out of here, and I'll see you Wednesday or either before. All right. Peace and love. Eyes tired. Love y'all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your support.